to follow me because I'm a man, and yeah, and I'm the man, so you gotta follow me because I'm the man. But like, where am I following? That's the thing that most women have a problem with. Is like most men today don't have a plan. But then on the other hand, you have the women who don't want to be controlled, but they want to control everything. You can't control everything. The idea is to go from independent to interdependent, not codependent, where, oh, I'm gonna just sit at home, I'm not gonna work, I'm not gonna clean, I'm not gonna do shit. Like, you get what I'm saying? It's like a double-edged sword. But to the title,
Yeah.
are men slacking on leading women? No, they just don't have a program. So if they come up with a program, then women will follow
A
suit. And
program
if
that we want
women
to
stop shaking
follow.
their
Wow.
coochies outside, then like
And
men
that's
will
the
want
thing,
to make a program.
and that's the thing, Mrs. Walker. A lot of men, they be like, yeah, my program's strict. No, really, it's not. Like their program is fucking messy as fuck. They don't have a program.
Exactly.
You can't follow a program. It's fucking illegitimate. Like it's just there's just nothing. There's no their program has no substance. Like how can you like it's like okay, one thing, right? A man will have mad bitches, all them bitches think that they are the only bitch in in the program. That's a messy program right there. Oh, number one, that's how I know your program is messy. If I see a man and then I see his baby mama arguing with this bitch, your program's messy. Like, and I can't follow that, and I can't respect that. Clean it up.
Hey, look,
I agree.
if
Amari, can you get
y'all,
Amari? Come here.
if
Amari.
yeah, yeah, yeah. If you see a wild bear, you gonna take it home? No, right?
I
Go
would
leave
take
it
a
out
wild
there.
bear
It's
home.
a wild bear. Some of these women are
If it
wild
was a
bears, man. Some of these women are wild bears. Like
Says the
they
nigga
just
that looks like a wild bear.
trying. I know. I'm a handsome looking bear. Then, thank you, appreciate you. But that's what I'm saying. Like some of these women, like they just lost causes, and it's just not even worth the effort. You know, and there's some that's worth the effort, and there's others that's just big dog. You got to treat them like a
Amari, but
recreational
like
use
the minute,
project.
Let him
the,
land, butter. Why you let
No,
that hoe
no,
kill him before
my whole
he
thing
land?
is with that is like,
See
Joe,
how
it's
they
just
do you, Mari?
everybody ain't meant to be led right now. Like some people, based on their mental, they not in a position where they can actually accept leadership. So what is you forcing that on them? Like I understand in some situations, you know, you may need to try a little harder and be a little bit more persistent, you know, for somebody to, you know, jump on board. But some of these people just not in the position and like mentally, you know, to actually accept leadership. So I don't think people are slacking. I think people are picking their battles as far as what makes sense for their life and what don't make sense for their life. Some of y'all just bad decisions.
And I agree
off
with
of
him.
what you just said. Oh, sorry, Seth.
No, no, I was just saying I agree with Amari. Some of you guys do be bad decisions, bad choices, and maybe some, Don Julio act of Julio, and I made a wrong mistake. Liza, over to you, and then we can.
Can I get off of what Amari said? I'm sorry. I hope I pronounced that right. Um, I think that you're absolutely right. I think that the reason it's so hard now in these days, just like women, we're just like, oh, I think Butta said men come messy, women come messy. And I think it's real hard for good men to find good women. And I land with that because that's 100% the truth.
So you saying that it's hard to find good people at the end of the day? That's what it sounds like. Like you can't even find no good damn people out here. People suck. That's what that sounds like.
I ain't gonna lie, it's hard,
People,
but
yes.
like you gotta do the work. Just like for me personally, just like the work you did to get that job that you work in, just like the work you did to get that degree, you gotta take that same energy and find your person. Like I ain't gonna lie. And then also I don't know where Butter went, but the thing she said, like about niggas having multiple bitches and they don't have a program, why the fuck are you going after niggas who got multiple bitches? Like, if you already see, that's what they was talking about before with bitches ignoring the red flags. If you already see a nigga with a messy program, why would you then go over there and fuck with a nigga with a messy program? That don't even make sense. Or if you see some shit early on, why the fuck you going to stay with the nigga? That's where that little mommy shit come in. You want to play arts and crafts and you think you could change this stick figure into a fucking Iron Man, and bitch you can't. Bitch, you only got toothpicks. Bitch, where's the iron,
It's like
bitch?
toxic. They like messy.
And like, can we like clarify what this program is? Is it like
It's like you
what?
listen. Simon Says. You know the game. Simon Says. Like
So
listen.
basically, the
That's
program
not what it
Yes.
is.
you listen.
Simon Says. You can even ask Amari. We know men.
That's not what it
Experts.
is, girl.
Simon says. Simon says. Shut up. Simon says. Be quiet. Simon says. Bend over. Simon says. Cook.
I ain't
You know
gonna
what I'm
lie. When
saying?
my
Like,
man
he's
told me
about.
shut up, I shut up. But like,
I mean,
that's not.
sometimes we need to be put in our place and told to shut up.
Okay.
Like,
Okay,
Yeah,
Bevy. Okay,
like
I
as
like
a
that
I
energy, Bevy.
like that. Like I know. Like I can admit to that. Sometimes you need a man to tell you or give you a look. Like, bitch, shut up.
Oh, now they want to agree. Yeah, yes. That's now that's more the spirit I like there, Bevy. I love that spirit on you. It looks good on you women. Perfect. Makes me smile in my heart.
You
Right
just
in my
throwing
soul.
this stuff.
It does something to my soul, Amari. It makes me chippery. You want to talk? Go ahead, Amari. Over to you.
I just think when people prioritizing peace, I think some people are taking it too far. Like they not willing to try it all. So I can't agree with y'all on that. Like people are literally peace oriented to the point where it's like if you even disturb it a little bit, they getting rid of you. So
you're
Yeah.
I
not even
just
disturbing
like
their peace. You're just saying hi, how are you, beautiful, and they're like, bitch, you're not disturbing my peace. Fuck on my face.
right. So I just think with people, quote unquote, prioritizing peace, is putting them in situations where they just got zero tolerance, and they forgetting that people are human. People gonna have flaws, and it's like it's almost like in order for you to penetrate or infiltrate somebody's life, like you got to come in and be a perfect human in order for these people to accept you. And I just think that's not realistic if you're looking for somebody. I feel like some of these people, like based on what they're looking for, they gotta wait for the aliens to come to Earth, and then they get one of them. They may be perfect people, but ain't no human finna fall into that category. So I don't know. People is, I love my peace to the point where they gonna guarantee that they be alone for a while.
I agree with that.
Okay, but most women, you know what it is too, Amari. A lot of women don't bring peace. They don't know how to bring peace to the situation. They bringing over this trauma.
And a
That
lot of
the
men don't
last nigga that
consistency and clarity. So like, hello.
Stack, a lot
Why
of them bringing
y'all?
bad habits.
Now that's
That
true though. They
Go
don't they
ahead.
don't like bringing
Go ahead.
peace. Look, they don't like when you in peace neither. And without them, look, let me tell you
oh
something.
shit.
They say a woman is a man peace. That's a goddamn lie. Let me tell you something. God and serenity within yourself is peace, and you being focused on your shit and your all your efforts finally paying off, and you staying dedicated to discipline and improving your health and your wealth. That is your peace, my nigga. When a woman sees that, she gonna try to fuck it up. Why? Because she really don't mean no harm, and like generally. But women, they they got to feel like they control the peace, like or they'll take your peace. So that's what I'm saying. Like these women do not be about no peaceful shit unless they the ones that are about the peaceful life. The ones that ain't, which is most of them, I mean, just all women. I feel like they go through this spell where like they got to control the peace. Let a man be at peace for real, because once you at peace for real, you control everything. You control all the motion. It's over with. You don't. It's not like should a woman follow a man pro. She ain't got no goddamn choice. Your duty and job as a good man is to be loving and respectful to her in all aspects. But she ain't got no goddamn choice to goddamn follow the program. You're following it. You will. You're here. And because you know what? As soon as I feel like you don't serve me and my attention goes to my focus, right? Where it should be at, it's gonna be like, damn, what to do next? So it be like that.
As a question, I got a question. So, as a man, right, should we be laying out the program or our mission with the woman, or should we expect them to understand that we're moving with purpose from the jump, and they just submit to our
Expectations
will?
lead to disappointments everywhere. Any situation, I feel like no, you should never expect anything.
No, what I think is you should be interviewing them. like without them feeling like they're being interviewed. I mean, if you have a program and a life that you want to implement, you know, or that you carry out in your everyday life, I mean, ideally, you're gonna look for people that fit into that program and actually handle business according to how you want to go about it. So ideally, like you just, it's an interview to see if they qualify for the job or not at that point.
I get that 100%, but it's 2026, fellas.
Why do y'all
Anytime I've
bring up the
ever
year?
anytime I've ever put standards right on myself when it pertains to dealing with a woman, I've gotten deemed as like sassy. I tell a woman straight up, I'm not dealing with that.
Okay, and
If
who
that's how you want to
cares?
move, move like
But
that.
then you gotta, when you say you're not dealing with something, you gotta stand on it. Because most of y'all will say y'all not dealing with something and y'all come right back. Like, you know what I
That's what I'm
mean? Like,
saying.
I'm
Not
not really about your
you
shit.
right. Nah, she right. That's what I'm saying. Let them call you that. Let me tell you the key to really like controlling a woman is not caring what the hell they thinking about or talking about. That ain't got nothing to do with you, bro.
Wait, that's rude.
Yeah, wait, hold on. Let me cook. That doesn't have anything to do with you, bro. Once you stand on the business and principles that you know that will propel you to the next level, you as a man know what that is for yourself. You know what I'm saying? Nobody else, no woman, no man around you. So when you with a woman, you know, man, women gonna try you, bro. Try you, bro. Like what the fuck? That's what they do. So it's nothing personal, and it's not personal. But if you stand on principle or whatever it is, if it might seem sassy to them, okay, whatever. Watch when it's yielding results. Watch when you building yourself as a man. Watch when your moral ground going, your integrity going, your tenacity for bullshit is expanding, nigga. What she gonna do? She gonna want to fuck some more.
I think you gotta have balance in the system too, though. Like I get it, you know, the whole concept of ignoring her based on what you got going on, but I mean, it depends how you go about that. I mean, if you make it known that her opinion don't count, I just don't know too many women that's gonna feel
It's
that.
not ignoring. I'm saying like, bro, you
Maybe I
can
went
say
to the
that to
extreme.
her.
My bad.
You're not
Maybe
gonna
I went to the
disrespect. You're
extreme.
not gonna be disrespectful. See, the key. This is the key. You don't have to be disrespectful, man. Even though these things are true, you do not have to say them out of your mouth. Once you move in a certain way, like your emotion, bro. A woman's following your emotion. Let's just keep this shit real, bro. Ain't nothing really special about none of us niggas, bro. You know what's special about any one of us? The emotion that we got. That's what they want because they looking for where they can fit at,
So what you say?
where their
Hold on,
security blanket can be at.
MOG. What do you mean that there's niggas ain't special? I think
Bruh,
talk to
like,
yourself.
bro, you
Talk
might
about
be like,
yourself.
bro, okay, I'm special to myself, right? You might be special to yourself. Chris might be special to himself,
I'm
right?
special to the world, MOG. It ain't just
But
you know what I mean, bro. I feel you though, bro. I feel you. It'd be like just one little box that y'all niggas be special to.
nah, but I'm
I'm
saying, but
universal, gang. You feel me?
I don't know. I ain't trying to put it as the what I'm saying, like, bro, no matter how fire you is for real, and I ain't taking away from that. I'm saying, bro, these women don't care about this shit. When it come down to it, man, they care about how they can be provided by, be it love, what type of like all they want the most protection they can get. They want it financially. They want it spirit. They don't even want it spiritually. They want that last. They want financially. They want physically. You know what I'm saying? They want you to care about them and think about what's important to them. You know, even if it's not for you. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes the art of a man is making that important, making a woman feel extra great. Because that is important though. That one area a lot of niggas lack. Like, you know what I'm saying? Women are human beings and shit. Like niggas don't know how to word women up,
Yeah,
like
but I
really
feel
boost
more
women
like
up.
animals than
Hey, let me say
Yeah,
something.
be
I feel you.
cause
I feel
yeah,
you. But I
exactly. I
feel like
know. Yeah.
Mikey. What's up, brother? I know
Hey,
you
what's
trying to
good,
get.
bro? Hey, I would say this. Hey, the man's presentation is his program. You know, the woman has the autonomy to either choose or not choose. So it's like how you present yourself as a man. You doing your due diligence, doing the things that you do as a man. That's like basically your marketing. When men go out in the world, they doing what they doing. It's like marketing. And if the woman decides that, hey, this is a nice gent I need to get with, that's up to the lady. I mean, we move, we pick, we choose, but it's up to the lady to say, hey, she has the autonomy to either get with you or not. So it's your
So
presentation.
Mikey, so Mikey,
Y'all don't pick and choose.
I got a question.
Okay.
Mike, me, go cash that ticket in. You've been talking and on the stage with a pink ticket, and it's hurting my brain. Mikey, so you're saying that most women, would you agree that most women do not know how to follow a good program? Like, say if they have one right in front of them, do you feel like they don't know how to take
It's
on the program and shit like that?
initially she may not know, she may not initially, but it's up to us as men to, I guess, invite her in. You know what I'm saying? She has to get invited. Like, hey, will you benefit? Are you a beneficial into my life? Will you be able to build what I'm doing? You know, and if she sees that she's comfortable or in agreement to do so, then she will follow. But initially, a woman needs to learn and need to know how to adapt to your program. So we are the men. We have to teach. It's not like saying like, hey, we're gonna have her to be subject or she has to be under our feet. None like that. It's partnership. It's agreeing. And once she feels comfortable in your program, then hey, it can be a success, man. You know.
Hey, Mikey, I like what you had said about the program is a presentation. So, from your standpoint, right? I'm 29, so I thrive to be the best man that I could be. So, as a man, that presentation, are you just putting your actions on display, or are you explaining yourself and your plan, your mission, your goals to the woman? Or do you subconsciously know what you want for you and your woman, and you're allowing your actions to present themselves to see if she deem you to be worthy?
Yeah, it's just moving with purpose. It's like, you know what you do in life, your day to day adventures and whatever, and you just move. You know, you're not trying to put on a show or put on a mask and say, "Hey, I'm just trying to be this type of person." And when she sees that you're moving in a way, in a certain way, and you being confident, it's like confidence. It's basically at the end of the day, it's just your confidence. And once a lady sees that you have the confidence in order to move how you're moving, she will adapt to your program. So
I mean, she
I got a
either gonna
question for the
adapt or
ladies
she gonna
too.
get up out of there. It's one or the other. I mean, some people are not ready for structure. I mean, it's almost like the army.
Just like butter,
Some people,
she ain't ready. You know what I'm saying? When she
yeah.
came in here and told us that she ain't listening to the next
Yeah, I'm not
goddamn.
ready. I'm not
Yeah, she
ready.
army structure.
I'm not
Goddamn.
listening to a nigga without money. So
Even
yeah, I'm
the
not
sun and
ready.
moon got
Don't approach me.
structure. Everything got structure. Everything got a purpose and a time and
Listen. We
place
gotta have
to do
money.
stuff.
It's gotta be money.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
we
Don't
gotta have
approach
money
me. Yeah,
first.
I'm a gold digger. Don't approach me if you don't got money. I'm not gonna listen. I promise you. I'm a wild bear. Don't do that.
Wow.
I'm a wild bear. My shit trash. I don't listen for nothing. Please.
You're a wild teddy bear.
Wow,
Sorry.
teddy bear. You hear this? Can't even tame it. What's up, Trill? You want to hop in? Go ahead, bro.
I'm saying I think it's two ways, right? It's a two-way sword. It's never all women. It's never all men. Like nothing absolute. Like we're not robots. We're human. So on the man part, there's some men out there that they don't have a program. They are just going through life all willy-nilly, and that's a boy. That's not really a man. Like every man should have a goal, a vision, a structure, and you should just be a complement to that, and he should complement your life. You should make each other's lives like easier. Like everything is built to have a purpose, a role in in a lane. Like we're the same, but we're different. It's yin and yang. You know what I mean? Like we're both equals, but we're different. So as long as we're living in those lanes and those purposes, and find somebody that complements you, then everything should be good.
I agree. I feel like healthy masculine leadership and healthy feminine energy should complement each other, not compete.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I feel like even in your program, it should have some level of flexibility and understanding and knowing of your personnel also.
That
You can't just be a tyrant.
that
You got to kind of understand who you're dealing with and be able to adjust on the run. Delegate responsibilities,
Hmm.
that
to
Debbie
make
hit
a
a
person feel involved in the process.
that
You know,
Debbie hit a very nail. What I'm high as shit nail. We know what I mean. But that whole competing shit, that shit is real, and
That's real.
it's more subconscious and subtle than people think. You don't even realize in your
Hmm.
relationship until it's too late. Like low key, like this person's competing with me, but like
Hmm.
this is turning into a competition.
Yep.
I think that's when that secret insecurity and like that secret like envy and stuff come into relationships sometimes, and it'd be men too. Sometimes men be envious of their woman.
Hmm.
Why would you think that? Why would you think that?
Insecurity. Like that's real insecurities. That's not like my man like saying like, "Yo, these are my boundaries and these how you this how you need to operate." And then she's like, "Oh, no, you're just being." Nah, I'm not talking. I'm talking like if you just genuinely looking at your chick like and you feeling some kind of way about her, I think it's rooted in some kind of deep
Hmm.
insecurity.
I agree.
Not like you just like setting boundaries and like just respect things that she's challenging you and calling you insecure. Not that, but just like you genuinely just like looking at shit, feeling some type of way about the shit. Like every little thing she do, you kind of try to find something to say. Like that's kind of like I don't know. It's almost like you the woman.
That's
Hmm.
not necessarily. It's the psychology
I
behind that though. Like
Would you say?
a lot of times in those situations when those dudes start acting like, well, some of the times I ain't gonna say all the time, but some of the times they was the boss at one point,
Yeah,
but they fell off a little bit. They had a rough patch, and the woman kind of took off a little bit, and they just feeling insecure in that position. It's just up to them to approach it in a healthy way rather than treat it like a unhealthy approach, and that's when you see them situations where life punched them in the face, and then
yeah,
the woman pick up the pieces, and the woman kind of like move past them. Like I know this one girl, she said she was living in the house with a dude. He was on point at one point, and then she ended up getting a house, blah blah blah, and putting them in a good situation, but. He would have preferred to be the person that got the house rather than her, and
yeah,
because she was the one that got it, I don't know. He felt some type of way because he was living
yeah.
in a situation in which, the accomplishment ended up being on her resume and not on his
Cause he
resume.
a bitch,
So
and that's fine.
I mean, you can call it whatever you want to
That's
call it,
what
but
not
it
that's
is.
not
just
That's
not
what
so
it, and
much
it's
a
okay.
bitch.
sure,
We
sure,
as men go through that bitch stage. You got to get through it
okay.
to
It
know
is
what it is.
it's you know what it is, Mark.
Nah, it is not because it's lame. Because look, anytime you should always be happy for your woman to compliments. Now, there is a such thing as not being jealous, and then when you see somebody winning, it's just like, okay, damn, I wish I
you
could
know
be winning. But
feeling that
still, you
never
push through that and you be happy for your woman. Y'all got it.
That's called that's that pride though.
Yeah, that's that pride in it. It be fucking people up. Hold on, let me get out there Uber.
But unfortunately, most people operate on pride. So I mean, if that's the case, then it's gonna be a lot of people having those. I mean, we got to be realistic in this conversation. Most humans operate on pride, and
Right.
and that's really what drives them. Either it could drive them in a positive way, or it could drive them in a negative way. It depends on the person and how they utilize that pride. So I mean, we just in these conversations, yeah, look, the average human, if you put them in these scenarios, they're gonna react the typical way. I mean, there's just no way around that. Like,
I just like
I
it's
mean,
I think a lot of people just need to get closer to God because like I ain't gonna hold you. I used to be like that like at first. Like I just look at it as like that I'm prideful and proudful. Like I just by myself and like almost was like a pseudo confidence kind of thing. But it's really like more of a like I don't even know like a placebo toxic thing for real because it puts you in a mind frame where you looking at things from a negative perspective instead of looking at like positive or silver linings. Like I never look at it like, all right, if I'm down or I ain't doing as good as I'm usually doing, whatever. I just look at it as like a season type shit. Like I know that like as long as I'm doing right, I'm gonna bounce back. Shit gonna pop up. Like I just gotta keep doing what I'm doing. So like if I'm with a chick and then I'm going through that and she up, then I'm just looking at it as like, hey, look, it's seasons for everything. Like she up right now, I'm not, but we rocking everything cool. I'm not gonna look at her no differently. I'm gonna look at her probably more like, damn, she's still holding it down and doing her part, even though I'm not, I'm doing my best, but I ain't where I'm supposed to be right now. So I look at it like, damn, at least I got somebody that's willing to show that she's willing to ride through the ups and the downs because that's life. I have another theory though that I'm interested in
Go
the
ahead.
room
Talk.
perspective on. So I know we're talking about women listening to men in 2026. So I have a theory on why some men I feel like it's difficult to find connections nowadays, and I feel like this one is just specifically to women, but it also affects men.
hold
And this is
on, I'm
my theory
sorry. I just want to ask you a question. Why do y'all bring up the year? What the
because it
year got to do
What
matters.
the
with
fuck? What
anything?
do you mean?
It
What the
matters.
year
And
got to do? So
the,
what
the,
was they doing in 2025 that they're doing different in
Well, I
2026?
mean, it's just saying
yeah,
because it's the year. Don't like worry on the year. It's just because that's the year that we're in, so it's just making it more current. So like, don't worry about the year.
I'm
Worry about the
sorry,
subject,
brother. I
not the
just was
year.
curious about
no,
that.
you good. That
Yeah,
actually goes
Because
into
yeah.
remember
my
last
point.
year, y'all was saying this is
Right,
2025. This
because
is
we were
what
in
I was like,
2025. Now we're in
Right.
2026. Very good, Amari.
no, no, no. Sometimes when y'all bring up the year, it's to justify bad behavior. Like when it's
No, it
2026, we're
doesn't.
not doing that no more this year.
It's
Look,
just saying like, okay, in this point in time, right? Why are we doing this in this point in time? We're current in the current year, right? Because then it makes just the conversation more current.
I
and
got it.
that
My
that kind of
bad. I
goes.
apologize. I just need
Nah,
clarity.
that goes into my point. My
A
point is
man should
about the
never
time.
be upset when a woman go up. Sorry, you should Kevin Federline that shit out, man. Your woman is not the breadwinner; she the star. Some women are amazing like that, or better than you at some things. And one thing it might be is advancing, maybe professionally, which will yield income wise, and it might be higher than you. So boost it,
Me
nigga be
personally, I try to date
in
a
niggas way, and it gets in
female.
entrepreneurs way. It gets in.
In the matrix.
So I got a new question. Emojis in the Matrix hard body, but I got a new question for y'all. Are men envious of their women? I think
Oh,
so.
I want to
Butter, you
answer
can
it.
kick us off.
Yeah.
Bevy, kick us
So
Oh
off.
my
we
God.
have I have
Emoji,
this
you was
talk
in
with
the
my
Matrix.
friends.
Go ahead.
Yeah, yeah, big OBD. Mute up, nigga. Um, I feel like I have this conversation with my friends a lot. Um, the worst thing, like, um, for a man, a lot of the times it's like it's like you gotta watch out for like jealous females, whatever, but you really gotta watch out for your jealous man because sometimes we realize is your man be your biggest hater. And I've had friends who said that I've been in situations like that. It's just they just feel so inferior to you that they project that onto you. I've been in situations where, I'm naturally like an outgoing, extroverted person. That's just my personality. Now, if I'm with someone who, doesn't really know how to handle that, or they're not that themselves, or they're gonna, I've been in situations where it's like, oh, why do you have to always show off? Why do you have to do this? Why do you have to do that? When it's just like, I'm not trying to do anything. I'm just being me. So yeah, like definitely, for a woman, your man is your biggest hater. If you're making more money than him, anything you say, he feels like, I've been in a situation where I was making more money than a man, and anything I said, like, even if it was just like, oh, well, why'd you do that? Not even trying to like be rude or whatever. It's just like, oh, well, why, oh, I like those, why'd you get those? Like, where'd you get them from? It was always, because he felt inferior and he felt like, you know, it was because of his own insecurity and he felt inferior. Everything I said was at a job to him because I made more money than him, or he felt like I was like, oh, well, you make more money than me, so you feel like you could do this. And it's like, no, it's not that. You're just projecting.
So you know how like a man when he dealing with a woman, he normally got to move a certain way, in certain moments and exercise a level of empathy and sensitivity towards the person. I think some women are not aware that in some of those situations, if you handle them in a different manner, in a more sensitive approach, because men do have feelings, whether y'all want to accept it or not, you know, you may not create an enemy in your household. Like, I mean, it's the same way if I respond to you in an overly insensitive way, it's gonna be World War III. It's the same concept with a man. There's certain moments where you just gotta think before you speak and
But what's
you know.
insensitive, Amari? Because if someone's already insecure about something, no matter what, like you say, because they already have this insecurity or this underlying envy or jealousy, like they're like nothing, like they're committed to misunderstanding you. I always say people who are committed to misunderstanding you, they're never gonna understand you, or they're never gonna like you. Nothing you say, or no matter how you say or how soft you try to put it, is gonna make the situation right. So at that point, you just got to make the choice to say, okay, do I want to be with someone like this? Which is another reason why I won't date someone who has less than me. Like I refuse to date someone who has less than me. because it's just like there's just more issues. Like, I've dated someone who have less than me. I like to go on vacations. I like to, do stuff. Someone who has less to me, most likely can't do stuff, don't got, and that becomes a problem because it's like, oh well, why are you going on vacation? Why are you this? Why? So it's just like, yeah, because of that, I refuse to be with someone who has less than I do.
Envy only shows up where insecurity already exists.
Exactly.
Yeah, me personally, I try to prefer to date up because I feel like it just makes the I don't know, like the playing field a little bit different. Where I feel like she has just as much skin in the game as I have skin in the game, as far as like what we have to lose. Because usually, if she's making more than me, then she's probably like she's pretty locked in. Like she got shit going on. She probably got a usual routine, a usual schedule. She got the normal type of things she do. She's not really like out and about willy nilly. She got structure in her life. So I look at that as like a positive. And I feel like, all right, she already on her shit. I'm already on my shit. Okay, yeah, she may look a little more than me, but like I look at it as like we both got shit to lose. Whereas it's like if I'm dating somebody that don't, I feel like a lot of these girls, if I date somebody that make less than me, they really just be acting like I really just feel like I got like all my eggs type shit. And they just got like a few. And it's like the dynamic of the relationship is just like I don't feel like they take it as serious all the time. That's just my personal opinion.
Yeah, I don't think y'all being realistic. I think when somebody pass you up, it's a process to catch up. And some people want their process to be overnight. And that'd be the frustrating part. So, that could take like 5, 6 months, maybe a year, catch up to the person once they pass you up.
But like I
And
said,
I don't think we keeping in mind like how that person is feeling. Like just because they waiting for it to pop. They waiting for for them to be able to catch up.
I,
And until then it's like being behind is really bothering them. And I think we not really taking that into account, like
but I
how
think
much
it's
that
really
bothers people.
context behind that. Like it's not as just simple as like, okay, they make more than me, or she make more than me, or he make more than her, or whatever. It's like it's lifestyles too, because people can make more money, but also be having to spend more money than the person, you know what I'm saying, is not. So like their overall like, disposable income may not even be as high as the person that's not making as much as them because they got to spend more type shit. So like I really feel like it just comes down to like a compatibility thing. Like if is y'all close enough within the realm to be like doing the same type of lifestyle things, like Butter said, like you can go on the same amount of trips a year or whatever and same places and stay at the same type of places that they like and be able to eat and go to the same restaurants, then and the vibe is right, then fuck it. But I do have another point in regards to the whole gender thing, if y'all interested.
Mm-hmm.
Go ahead, Trill.
I don't know, some of the people that are in the room to be in me might have heard it before, but this is my theory. I'll be quick. So back in the day, your mother, your grandmother, your aunties, all the ones that people say, oh, they've been married for such and such years, and back then it was true love and black love, all that stuff. All right. My theory is that back then, for a woman to get attention, she had to take a shower, get dressed, or makeup, her lashes, nails, whatever, the whole nine. Maybe call her, meet up with her girlfriends, and they had to like get up, go, and actually go someplace. Probably write down a number, remember it, save it, come home, call, and then establish a connection. Nowadays, if a woman wants to get attention in 2026, she just has to take a shower, put on her bonnet, and get on Instagram. And I land my plane.
So
That
does
means
that
that,
mean that
listen,
men's standards are lower
Would you
than they
say?
used to be? Does that mean that men's standards are lower than they used to be?
No, I think the perception of accessibility and options is highly inflated. And I think the soft kind of micro connections that people maintain and keep going makes it very hard for people to develop serious and honest relationships because it's going to be very hard for me to take you serious if you're continually to maintain open access to potential men that you have
You're getting
established.
matrixy.
Oh, I'm sorry. I said it's going to be very
No, he's
hard for
not.
me to
No,
establish a connection if you're still keeping open access points of entertainment for other men. Because no man wants to like wife a junk that likes to entertain other men.
But
and
that's
half
the
of y'all,
thing, though. Like
Danielle,
y'all.
real quick.
Oh,
Half
I'm
of y'all,
sorry.
and I'm saying half of y'all, the women, they have options. They have the most options more than men. Women are the gatekeepers of sex. Women are the gatekeepers of everything. Let's just really keep it 100. Danielle, what was you gonna say? Let's continue. And Bevy, you keep coming off mic. I don't know what's going on. Over to you.
Yeah. I hear what you're saying, Trill, but realistically, like, this is the problem that I have with a lot of you men. You want the perception that this woman is only talking to you, yet you're not even exclusive with her. Like, y'all be wanting girlfriend
Clarity.
activity from bitches that's not your girlfriend. Like, oh, well, we're not exclusive, but why are you talking to other men? Like,
Well,
knowing damn well
I'm
you
not,
talking to other women.
I'm not
Like,
talking about that.
realistically, if you're not in an exclusive relationship, I don't know why y'all expect so much from people who ain't fucking exclusive with you.
I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about like when you've communicated that already.
Again, I don't care what y'all communicated. If y'all not in a relationship, who cares about what you feel about it? Like, they not gonna tell you they talk to other people or that other people on their line. Nobody's gonna do that.
I'm talking
But
about after you've established the point of wanting to be in a relationship.
want to be in a relationship or actually in a relationship?
Like be in a relationship, like you're in a
Oh
relationship.
yeah, then sure, fine, that's fine.
Yeah, I'm saying even after that point, I feel like a lot of women have a difficult time turning off that access point.
But what access point? What having an Instagram? Like, I don't understand why y'all feel the need to want somebody to go into isolation just because they're in a relationship with you. So when you say access, what do you mean? Because people post pictures anyway. Who cares? People are gonna do that anyway. Like, I can see if they post half naked pictures, that's one thing. But like, in general, she could post freaking her sitting in a car and people are still gonna try to holler at her. So I mean, I think that when you say access, limited access, unless she's entertaining people, people are always gonna have access to her as long as she on social media, as long as she go outside, as long as she does anything, people gonna have access to her.
I'm talking about like the active behavior of entertaining that access, and I feel like it's a lot more subtle and micro than people would agree. It's like it's subtle. It's like you know somebody new following you, and then you just like a few of their photos as soon as you like follow them type stuff, like real subtle stuff.
You said
And it's
liking
like,
people pictures? Is that what you said?
yeah, like I feel like
LOL. Y'all niggas are insecure as fuck.
that's the thing though. Okay, she'll say that's insecure, but it's like, all right, I've had Instagram for a while now, and it's times where if I just go on a girl's page, I'll like three photos. Next thing you know, I have a follow request, and after a week or two, she's either my DMs or I'm in her DMs, and we're having a full blown conversation. So you're saying that type of interactions don't happen on Instagram?
I think that does happen on Instagram, but here's the thing. People liking pictures and stuff like that, I feel like people in relationships do that. People married do that. Like liking people pictures. Now, entertaining people in your DMs and shit like that, yeah, that's taking it too far. But I think a lot of times the perception of access is different than the actual access. Like a lot of y'all think just because y'all like somebody pictures and y'all go in their DMs that they gonna talk to you. And that's not guaranteed because a lot of people don't talk to y'all. So I mean, I think I hear the perception of it all, but everybody ain't entertaining niggas and sliding their DMs. Most women, niggas is sliding their DMs every day. That don't mean that they entertaining it.
I think the answer to your situation, sure, is I don't. If I'm like dating somebody, we're not Instagram. We're not following each other. I don't want to be friends with you on no social media. I don't. It's not. That's not necessary. I don't really care to go about that because I don't know. It's just certain aspects of that that can be annoying to me. If I text you or I called you at 1, but you know, instead of calling me back, it's 3, 4 hours later. You done posted on Snapchat, posted on Instagram. You got me fucked up. So I just rather not even put myself in that situation where I'm getting annoyed because I will get annoyed because I would see that as okay. I see Snapchat and Instagram is more important to you than taking 5 seconds at your time to send me a text back or call me back. So I just avoid certain stuff like that. And for me personally, I've never been concerned about likes and stuff. Like, who cares? Like, at the end of the day, I think once they come together, that's when you have an issue with it. But them just liking some pictures, ain't no big deal. I think the big deal is when you go through her phone. Now you see her name in the phone. I see you later on. Can't wait to see you. Like that's when it becomes a problem. But some likes, if you get mad about likes, big dog, you're gonna have a stressful life.
That's not my new John don't got Instagram.
Damn.
I think
How
I
does she
think it's
live?
I think it's just a dating app for real. Like it's just a like a softcore dating app. Like people will say it's not, but what do primarily people use it for? People don't ask for numbers anymore. They ask for your Instagram.
Oh yeah, yeah, I see where you're going with that. Yeah, because most people feel more comfortable, and which I don't even honor that. If I was to meet a woman and she be like, "Well, I give you my Instagram," I be like,
Yeah, I tell them have a
"No,
nice
thank you."
day. If I
Yeah,
can't
yeah,
get
I be
their
like, "No,
number,
thank you, Heaven. It was nice talking to you." I see that as rejection because I can't imagine me meeting you in a physical form, and then the next time we decide to communicate is gonna be social media. I might as well have just met you on a date now and call it a date. And meet you under those circumstances, I'm not finna revert back to being message number 441 in your message request and wait till you. No, this is stupid. Like, come on, that don't even.
yeah, I feel you. Jack said something interesting though about women being the gatekeepers to stuff. So I feel like
Yeah,
women
women.
are the
Yeah, sure. Real quick, women are the gatekeepers to sex. Women are the gatekeepers to dates. Women are the gatekeepers to everything, and you guys will lock it up, right?
but
Lock it up.
men
Lock it up and put
but
it in
men are
some
the
type of
gatekeepers to
storage.
marriage.
We ain't getting married though, y'all. What's going? How you
You say what?
gatekeeping something you ain't get? Look, imagine being gatekeepers of something that we ain't giving out.
Oh
Man,
shit.
I agree, Amari.
think about
Like
it.
that shit is hilarious. I agree, Amari, 100%.
That's an exclusive club at this point at the rate that they giving it out because they ain't giving it out. That's a gate that don't open that often. I see.
I mean, but that's the kind of gatekeeping we doing for it.
I mean, but really, y'all aren't. That's really not though. And I'm not even trying to be funny, but the main reason is because a lot of y'all don't maintain long term relationships for it to be a gate to ever open. Like you ain't gonna propose to the girl that you've been dating for 3 months. Most of y'all relationships ain't lasting past a year, so of course you don't have a gate to open. We get it. Like, and let's be clear, most of y'all are not leaving these women; they're leaving you, even post marriage. So, I mean, hey, I hear you with the whole gatekeeping to marriage and all of that, but at the end of the day, you could propose and she could still tell your ass no. So, I mean, gatekeep my ass. Okay? It sounds good, but I've definitely seen quite a few of you niggas get rejected when you get down on one knee. So,
So you seen niggas
are
get
you really a
what do
gatekeeper
you
if they can
mean?
say no?
Niggas get
I mean, she still has to ask though. You have to still be presented the option. I mean, she's not getting down on one knee. So if she wants to get married, and whether it's a yes or a no, she still has to get proposed to. So the
But honestly,
proposal,
Trill, it's not even the juice ain't even that big of a squeeze anymore. Like the women don't really care. That is trying to be funny. A lot of them don't
that
because
sounds
we
like
see
an
what y'all are
absolute
like being married.
sounds like an
Like,
absolute opinion. I
so
thought the
the juice
women.
ain't always worth the squeeze to women. So they be dating women like just like y'all think that y'all go out with women and oh well I'm not really intentional and I'm just trying to fuck her. A lot of women go out on dates with y'all because they want some food.
I mean,
Not
yeah,
because they want you for real. Not because they want to be with you. They'll fuck you and all of that.
A bitch
Well,
want a free
y'all, that's
steak.
the problem that a lot of y'all have. Y'all will sleep with women and then you be mad because she don't listen to you. Why doesn't she listen to me? I had sex with her because she didn't really give a fuck. I know y'all like to think all these women are so emotional attached to y'all. They're not. The days of that is over for a lot of women. So I know y'all like to think that you've won, but a lot of times the woman's won. She's drained your resources. Y'all just had sex with her. Oh well. Like that's it.
I mean, I feel like there are engagements where there is that exchange where it's very transactional as far as like where a man has intentions for a relationship and where a woman has intentions for a relationship. And I think that just comes down to the discernment for the man and the woman. Like you got to know what you're dealing with before you deal with it.
Even intentional
So
women are transactional though, Trill. Like realistically,
I mean, yeah.
what man
At
you
the end
know
of the
dated a
day,
woman without spending any money?
I mean, a marriage is literally a business agreement, a contract, but it's about, as a man, there's a return on investment for having that woman in your life. So if that return on investment isn't what you want, then as a man, you need to make a proper business decision. And if you stay in that situation longer than you need to, then that's kind of on him. But I feel like it just goes both ways. I feel like your whole point about saying the juice is worth the squeeze, though, I feel like marriage is still the most valuable option, at least in my eyes. And I hear women say that they still want marriage because they feel like that's the easiest way to build generational wealth. It's the easiest way to just, have a easier life in general when you
That's
have
not
that
true
kind of
though,
support
Trill.
in a partner.
There's been a shift if you've looked it up. There's been a shift of women starting to get in community with each other and buying community houses and all of these things. It's an easy navigation. If the only reason for being with a man is saving money, I can get a roommate.
I would love to
I
see
don't have to
that.
fuck
I would
them or
love to
deal with their fucking
see
problems.
that
Like,
stat versus the generational wealth built through just traditional marriage between man and woman versus
right,
you
that's what I'm
saying
saying.
that.
People are doing that now, building generational wealth with their homegirls, buying properties with their homegirls,
I would
doing
like to
things
get
with
in
their
the queue.
I would love
homegirls
to see that
And
statistic.
their family.
and their
I would
family.
love,
Yes.
Mac
I would
Daddy
love to see that statistic.
Mamiana.
Go ahead, Nunu.
Good morning, everybody. Are men secretly envious of their woman? I don't think so. Um, I actually feel like men they just want easygoing women. They don't want to tolerate the
Sometimes we
childish
like
ones.
hoes.
But
They more fun than y'all boring ass. You see how slow you talking? The hoes don't talk like that. They bussing.
oh
They bussing
wow,
off
I'm
rip. They don't
being
talk like
attacked.
you.
Let me
No,
go
that's
ahead
what I'm
and
trying to
mute
say.
up.
You over here coming in with this dragon and shit. Sometimes the hoes they do splits. Sometimes the hoes don't look. Listen, they know how to put their legs behind their head and do this pretzel shit that y'all stopped doing a long
These
time ago.
hoes are
You
The
so
fuck
little
is you talking
freaky
about, nigga?
frog, you starting early
The
this
fuck you talking
morning.
about? Put the legs behind your head and squirt on the ceiling fan.
what
You
the
little
hell is
freaky
going
frog,
on?
you.
Jesus
Hey,
Christ.
Stacks, I had a woman hold on to the ceiling fan, man, and spin around while we have a ball. They be
That's
trying
wild.
some stuff.
That's a
If
Yeah.
strong ass ceiling fan.
Well, it was. It was a good one. It wasn't
Why
no
are we
cheap one.
playing this game like hoes these days are flexible? Y'all hump hoes that ain't doing all of that. So stop it.
I mean, if you mess with women with gym memberships, you won't have that problem with you. Yep.
Amari, you're a
hmm
man with a gym membership. These men don't have no damn gym membership. They
I
don't
know
look
they
like
don't. I
you.
know they don't.
I
I
don't
know
know.
it.
Amari, I wish you would take off them rose colored glasses that you be wearing. That all niggas is like you. You see how in shape you are at your old ass age? Most of these niggas got receding hairlines and beer bellies. They look 6 months pregnant.
not
Okay,
at his old ass
like
age,
we're not.
yeah.
I mean, whatever. I'm already old. Like that's what I'm saying. Like most men are not like you, so you have to understand their results are not your results at all. Okay.
So I got a counter to that, Danielle. See, unfortunately, we live in a world where women don't really require men to look like me in order to actually meet the standard of actually working out. Like, for
Only
example,
if they can
we like
balance it
we
out with personality and money, though.
yeah, absolutely. Like, I mean, even I've seen some of the you talking about 6 months. I've seen some of them be some of the baddest women that have a workout
Yeah, because
program.
they got charisma,
So
Amari.
I
Like
get
you
that
have
part,
to
but
be
you,
able to balance it. If you're not as attractive looking, or you don't take care of yourself as well, you got to have a good mouth game, or you got to have some money. One of the two. You know what I'm saying? Or both, or a
but
Or
combination of
take
both.
her
but you
through there.
proving my point though. Like women normally don't require like I'm gonna say I'm gonna say half and half, right? Just for the sake of conversation. Half of women don't really require like some women brag about the dude having a pudge. Right? They like that beer belly. Like they like to lay on it or something. Like some women brag what they call it, a B-O-N, a big old nigga. Like that's normally not an in shape nigga. That's a big out of shape ass nigga. So you got some women that actually they don't have a specific physical expectation of their men. So a lot of times, and they will stay in shape for that man. They will run miles. They will have a gym membership, and they will be. the best looking person physically in the relationship, and he'll look like Homer Simpson.
But
Can we
I
agree
think
on
that
that or
they're
no?
not doing it for him though. People that work out aren't doing it for their partner. They doing it for themselves. I don't think that those women they were working out before him, they will work out after him. Just like you, if you get with somebody, you gonna work out before you got with their ass, you gonna work out after them. You're not doing it for them. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, them women to stay in shape, but they stay in shape because they're just women who like to go to the gym, who like to be fit, who like to be in shape. It don't really have nothing to do with that man.
But then here, what happened if it's encouraged? You know what I'm
What do
saying?
you mean?
He didn't have uplifting. You know what I'm saying? Just put it like that. Think
What
about what I'm
happens
talking
if
about.
what is encouraged? Is my question.
So what happened if she working out, he was working out, certain things happen in his life where he gained that weight or she gained that weight? Do you think that person who they with now, do you think they encouraging them to do what they
It
doing
really
now?
just depends. I'm gonna tell you, as somebody who was slim that dated somebody fat, he used to be like, "I don't understand why you go to the gym 3 hours." And now, if you went to the gym, you would know, like straight up, like that was it. He wasn't encouraged, irritating as fuck, because he didn't understand why I spent so much time in the gym. But I mean, look at you and look at me, like that was what it was. So,
I'm confused because y'all all sitting up here talking about relationship shit and ain't none of y'all married, y'all single.
are you married, ma'am? Probably not. Oh, okay.
Where did that come from? How does she know?
I don't know. That lady is weird. That's some
I'm just
weirdo
trying to
shit.
find out how she knows.
It's always
And then
somebody
plus
that's
we
single.
were talking
Usually the
about
people that
working
say that
out, not
not in relationship
relationship.
or married though. Like
That was very
it's
Wait,
always
wait,
aggressive.
some
who
single
said
man that be
that?
like,
Who
"That's why
said
you single."
that?
I be like, "Are you married?" They be like, "No."
Like,
We've been ha-
what the fuck
we've
is
been having
going
a
on here?
we've been having a good conversation all morning.
Jesus Christ. Well, what was you saying, darling? Because I
I don't know.
That was
I
so
don't
that
know.
shit
random.
threw me.
No, shit, but it's just a what if. You know, I don't give I I really don't care. But yeah, it's just a what if, you know.
I mean, I think it just depends on who you dealing with for real. You know what I'm saying? Like it really just depends who you dealing with because
What do
some
you
people are gonna encourage you and some people ain't.
what do you feel like the most major disconnect is between
Hey,
men and
bro,
women,
you got
black
a
men
big
and women,
toe here.
that it is nowadays?
The perception of roles in the relationship. I think that's the biggest issue that's going on right now. The perception of what's supposed to be done by who and who's supposed to be in charge and all this other shit. That is probably the number one issue. That's the disconnect between men and
I
women right
agree.
now.
I agree.
This hyper fixation on traditional roles when y'all are not traditional men. That's really what I believe
Hey, bro,
is the biggest disconnect between y'all and
So
What
it's
do you
like
feel
a
like?
civil war almost. I call
Look,
it a civil
let me
war.
ask this. Let me
It
ask this.
seems that dating's
Oh no no.
become
I
more
want to ask
about
a quick
power
follow up.
than
I just want to ask a quick follow up. What do you feel like are the required standards are that a man needs to meet for him to fit that traditional role requirement for a woman in 2026?
traditional role requirement. First of all, you need to be paying all the bills. That's the first traditional role that you need to be paying. All the bills. You need to be able to fix things in the house without y'all having to outsource for every fucking thing. You should not only should you should be a person that stands on business, character wise, right? You mean what you say and you say what you mean,
so
right?
what she
You
doing,
put your
man?
family first. That's a traditional man at
So
the
what she doing,
not
man?
based off of what you want, right? Based off of what's the best for the family, right? Because the best for the family might be your ass not going out with your boys this weekend. It might be you being in the house with your wife and kids, right? So, I think that that's what's going to be the requirement for a traditional man. But if I'm being honest, most women don't even care to have a traditional man, Trail, if I'm keeping it a bean. Most women work. Most women are okay with working. Most women will help you financially once y'all are married, which is the majority of people in the United States that are married. That the majority of the women work and the majority of women help pay bills, right? So I think that the majority of women don't have an issue with going to work and helping you do your job, but men don't often want to help us do our job as far as like the things within the house that need to be done.
So where's the disconnect in that then if you're saying that
It's like
originally that traditional men are not a thing, but you're on the flip side saying that women don't really expect that and they're actually non-traditional and they would rather be non-traditional. So how
Right.
is that a
What I'm saying is the disconnect is men are fixated on being in traditional relationships. And women these days are telling y'all that shit ain't gonna happen for like 99% of y'all. Like that's what's going on. The women don't really want these traditional men, but the men are hyper fixated on traditional things that used to happen back in the day. Every time we have these conversations about men and women, men always bring up, well, back in the day, grandma this, and back in the day, my mama that. Well, a lot of y'all moms was in the house by herself. That's why you watched her do everything, because your daddy won't in there with y'all. You know what I'm saying? Or like your grandma didn't have rights and she couldn't even drive, so that's why she ain't leave your granddaddy, even though he had kids across town. Some of y'all didn't even know you had siblings until your daddy died, because women put
So
up with a lot of shit back
can I
then.
create an opposing view for Danielle what she just said right now?
Sure.
So Danielle, I understand what you were talking about, the talking points that you hear on Clubhouse, on social media, the red pill community. I understand that, but I think what we need to understand is that we all come from different backgrounds. So I come from California. Nobody here talks about the same shit that a lot of these people on Clubhouse talk about. Nobody talks about tradition and all this, and the one woman stays at home because nigga, it's so expensive out here. A fucking house in Compton or in the slums of fucking South Central will cost 800,000. How many
I
motherfuckers can
agree.
pay for that? You know what I'm
Danielle,
saying?
you
So
letting pink tickets
our
jealous
our
you?
living. What I'm saying ultimately is the
Oh,
talking
Fleming,
point.
Fleming, Fleming, Fleming. Hold up. You got a pink
Yeah.
ticket, babe. Turn the pink ticket in. I just noticed that. I'm sorry, Stack.
Yeah,
Oh,
Turn
just
your
my
turn
pink
bad.
it,
ticket in,
just turn
My
your
please.
bad.
ticket in and come
Is,
back, bro. You
is
can
All
that
in
is
the
talk.
that
house.
You just turn it in and come back. You can talk,
That's
bro.
it. That's it, Fleming. That's it. And then you can go ahead.
You can come right back.
See, man, yeah. See, I was getting there. All right, I
Just
got you.
come right back. Just
That's
come right.
just the rules of his room, Fleming. My bad. I didn't mean to let you up here. So it's just the
Yeah,
rules of the
it
room.
ain't nothing personal, bro.
And then you can just continue after that. But in the meantime, in between time, I agree. I'm not sure where you were going with that, Fleming, but most men are not looking for women to not to stay home and do all of that. But most men, the majority of men, require their woman to be the primary person that does the domestic shit inside the house. Not saying that they don't ever do it, but the primary person is generally the woman, whether she out earns the man or not, and that's statistically proven as well,
But hold on,
right?
hold on. Let
So
me, let me, let me. So Danielle, I don't know whether you noticed, but a lot of women kind of take pride in running their household, right? So a lot of situations, the
a
woman
lot
may
of those
not
women are
even.
burnt out, Amari. It
Okay,
sounds good.
I just
It
want
sounds good,
to. I
but a lot of
got
them
you. I
women are.
got you. It's the same way if a woman in the kitchen, she be like, "Get out. This my area." You know what I'm saying? Like some women take pride in certain duties and certain things.
And some
So
women also
and
don't, Amari. That's the thing. Because to be quite honest, it's not a labor of love for me to work just as many hours as you, and you come home and be like, oh well, the kitchen is your domain. No, nigga, get your ass in there and make me a sandwich because you got home before me. Right? So I don't really give a damn about that. Some women take pride in that. I don't give a fuck. Okay? Whoever gets home first need to cook. Okay?
But
Because we
Mr.
got a
Peters
functional
already
household and
did.
shit needs to be done.
So
I
so
don't
But
give a
let's
fuck.
get to feed
I
our
know some of
so
y'all
family.
mamas or whoever took pride in it. That's cool. But also, your moms and
Okay.
them, let's be clear. Financially, the way that it was 10 years ago ain't the way it is now.
I'm saying we
Like,
can feed the family
realistically,
already
right?
done.
I'm
Daniel,
talking
can I
about
pick off where you
economically,
left off?
affordability wise, and all of that. It's different than it was 10 years ago or even 20 years ago. So while they may have been able to work 36 hours and get what the fuck they need to get done, them same people gonna have to work 40 hours a week now because of money. Okay,
The
so
women were calling the men bitches and hoes 20 years ago, faggots
yeah, they
and
was.
nah.
Men were calling women bitches and hoes too. They were
I'm
calling, and
saying
women were
women
beating
were
y'all with frying
calling.
pans and shit, and not getting on social media and talking about it. We're not gonna play this game like all y'all grandmothers sat down and did nothing and was quiet. They wasn't. Y'all grandma was cussing y'all granddaddy out. We're not gonna pretend like that was the norm and every single person just sat down and be quiet in the presence of a man. That's not how it used to go.
Hey, but my granny and my great granny, none of them called their husbands bitches, punks, pussies,
Most
hoes.
women don't call
Mm.
their husbands bitches, pussies, and hoes. They call niggas on
I'm
the
saying
street
they
bitches,
doing it
pussies, and
these
hoes.
years. That's what I'm saying it's
Come
these
on.
years. It's just different generations. Yes, I don't
Oh,
know.
Fleming, go ahead, sweetie. You back. Go ahead.
Damn, that all I want to say is that we need to understand that we come from different backgrounds. So what I hear from men talking about, the traditional aspect. Some of y'all dudes be living in Virginia. Some of y'all dudes live in like places where it's low income housing. Out here, a closet costs you
Low income
almost two
housing is
grand.
$1 million in California.
You know what I'm saying? Like seriously, like it's really ridiculously expensive. So our talking points, does it always reflect? It's not going to reflect the reality, because like when I hear men say, "Well, I need a stay at home wife," nigga, like most of the nurses that make six figures, they are working. They are working because six figures don't mean shit. It means a lot if you're a single man, and yeah, you can ball out of control and all this and that. But when you're including taxes, when you're including being a single person, they tax the fuck out of you if you're single. So like me, I'm single, no kids, no dependents. I get taxed the fuck out. In any other
This is gonna be
state,
a
it's
sad
not
year
as
for
bad.
me because I'm about to be
You know what
just
I'm
like
saying?
you.
It's like, dude, like when you pay your taxes, this is why how I know niggas don't pay taxes or niggas don't have a job, because they don't know the difference between net and gross income. It's like, dude, like I get taxed the fuck out. So the six figures that I make, no, that doesn't mean anything, because I might make 80,000 dollars depending on where I work. Somebody might work in a warehouse, they might make $40,000 a year gross income, but might make maybe 38,000 or 37, depending on where you at. But my point is that none of us talk about traditional situations on in California. None of us
But
do.
no, most
Hold
people
on, no,
don't
no,
anywhere
yeah. Can
though,
I do
Fleming.
this real quick? So, Fleming, you bring up California every time. California is not the standard for the world.
And well,
So,
California is
Wake it
just the
up.
standard for
I,
California.
Amari, I know,
Like
but
that, no. So
go ahead,
you
go ahead.
bringing up pretty much a one off and trying to like make that a standard, and you can't do that in these
yeah.
conversations.
So Amari,
Like
and
that's impossible.
I was gonna touch on that too because here's the thing, Fleming. I understand what you're saying, but realistically, most women that's with men that's married across the country work because the men can't pay all the bills. It don't matter if you in California, North Carolina, Virginia, or wherever the fuck you are. The majority of women that's married, they fucking work and help pay bills because shit everywhere is too expensive. And while $100,000 where you live might be not be, a lot of money. You have to understand when you come to Virginia, you're not getting paid $100,000. You're getting paid like 70, right? So you have to understand that yeah, the inflation is different everywhere, and I get that it's more expensive in California, but that's not just a California only issue. Most women gonna have to work across the board. Black, white, Puerto Rican, Asian, Virginia, California, Florida. Most women gonna have to work. That's just the reality of it. So a lot of times when we have these conversations and men talk about the gender roles, most women know that gender role comes with her ass working too. Right? Whatever the fuck they agree on, she's also gonna have to work. Most women don't have this ideation that they're gonna be stay-at-home moms because most women know it's not realistic. Like that's just being honest.
But Daniel, why don't
So
you
I
tell
mean,
these
and
women
it
that?
and it reflects when you look at the number of women that's married that work. Like so, I mean, it's reflective. Does that make sense?
No, 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 Danielle, you're 100% correct. And Amari, I apologize if I always bring up California, brother. It's just the fact that that's the reality that I grew up on for over 40 years, man. And it's like, nigga, like when I hear on Clubhouse, I hear people from different places of the United States. They're like, well, and mostly women. I'm sorry, Danielle, and this is why I think you need to get on women on this, because they are the ones, from my observation for 6 years, are always talking about, well, I need to stay at home and this and that. And it's like, nigga, like, get your ass up. Because, it's like my reality over here on the left side of the coast is different than where you're at. And so I can't be with a woman who is like, no, like I'm gonna stay at home, especially if I worked hard for my shit. And I've said that on across several stages. And I know there are men out there that are in the same position that I'm in that are gonna be like, no, you're gonna contribute to the household, because
So
if
Fleming,
we
I
are
hear what you're
legally,
saying, but I'm telling you that that's not the
oh,
majority of women. Even if there are women that say that, I'm cool with that. The reason why I say that is because there are women who are in fact stay-at-home wives. You know what I'm saying? However, the majority of women don't say that, and in application, the majority of women don't do that. Women ain't getting in relationships and quitting their damn jobs. Not the majority of them. Okay, so I hear you, Fleming, but I'm not gonna tell 20 women that they shouldn't want to be stay-at-home moms when another 1,000 women want to work anyway. You know what I'm saying? Most women don't want to go to school for all these years, get degrees, do all these things to sit at home. Most women don't, especially not black women. Okay? So I think that I get it, Fleming, but it is some women who are able to achieve that lifestyle. They're the minority. But there are some women who absolutely are stay-at-home moms. And stay-at-home moms don't necessarily just go to men that make a lot of money. I know people that make average money that got stay-at-home wives. Okay, so it really just depends on how you structure your situation and what everybody's okay with living in, right? Because you might be okay with all five of your kids living in a 3 bedroom house, right? And somebody else might not, right? So it just depends on the lifestyle that those two people are okay with, because you ain't necessarily got to be rich to have a stay at home wife.
All
So
come
I
back to
do think.
context and
So what I
lifestyle.
do think is that the issue is not that the woman got to work, or the issue is the bad feeling around being a housewife. Right. It's the negativity around it. It's the, well, he can leave me and I ain't gonna have nothing. It's like it's no positive feeling about the position. I think that's more so the conversation that people are having. It's the talking down on it.
Because the way that men talk,
It
they talk like
and,
they're
and
gonna be
I
a dictator
and
straight
I
through.
mean, and I get that, but see, that's the conversation. Like it's women pushing back on that position, and they're forcing themselves to go out and work because they feel like that's the only way they're gonna keep some level of power, and
Well, you wouldn't feel
that
the
is
need to do that if men didn't abuse power,
I
though.
get what you're saying, but essentially we have to figure out how to solve that problem and create some balance in that, or create some level of,
Yeah, tell the men to be different types
understanding
of
for that
leaders.
position moving forward. Like women don't like that
Well, it
position. They
starts
see.
with y'all, Amari, because here's the thing. If I'm a woman, no matter how positive my outlook is, if you're a man that feels like you paying all the bills being is gonna be a dictatorship, why the fuck would I sign up for that? No matter how much I want to be a stay-at-home wife. I'm not gonna sign up for that. So the way that that's gonna change is men changing their fucking attitudes, because here's the reality of it. Everybody has their roles, and if men didn't look at women, what is done inside the house, as nothing, because that's essentially what y'all looking at it as like it's nothing, then y'all wouldn't feel like you have all the power just because you go to work, right? So that's the problem that a lot of y'all have, because the only way that y'all compute being in charge is paying bills. But a lot of y'all don't look at the roles that y'all claim are so important for that woman to do. Oh, it's so important for you to be home with the kids. It's so important for you to cook and get home and be present with our children, all this stuff. If y'all really looked at it like such a high regarded role, y'all wouldn't take away her decision making skills just because you pay bills. That's all I'm saying. That's the reason why it's a turnoff to women even want to be stay at home wives. It makes women not want to do it with a lot of men, because a lot of men look at leadership as dictatorship.
Hey, Danielle, I want you to think about this, right? Listen with me and you, men, this me and you all the time. So, what power did your man, not your man, the black man take from the woman?
The only power you can take from the woman is within your household, right? That's the
No, no,
only.
no,
So,
no,
and
no,
when I say
no,
take
no,
away
no,
power,
no,
right?
no,
So
no.
let's just say I want to buy it's something for the house, but you may not necessarily want me to get it. Let's It's something that we need, like I can't think of nothing off the top of my head. A TV is, to me, it's minuscule. Say we needed a new dresser for one of the kids' bedrooms, right? And I wanted to go buy a dresser and it was $200, and you wanted a
Mhm.
dresser that was $300. But
No,
because I don't pay the bills, you was like, I'm gonna spend this anyway. And I'm looking at the budget like, why would you spend that extra $100? A
that's
lot of
good that
men
you
feel
flipped
like,
it.
well, I'm the one
That's
that
good
makes the
that you
money, so
flipped
I
it.
get to make the decisions on what happens with the money.
That's good
And
that you flipped it to the man spending 300 and the woman spending 200. That's crazy. That's slick.
I'm just giving you an example, Woo, because
Yeah,
I don't know
yeah.
why you think all men are fiscally responsible. That's not true. Okay, so I don't know why y'all be like acting like there's no scenario where the man can be spending money frivolously. It is, right. So I was just giving you that as an example. Okay, what I'm
But
saying
Danielle,
is,
but you know the typical response to what you said just now is, right? Why would you allow a man that you don't trust financially to be involved or to be in
because
charge? Why
here's
But
the
would you
that,
even
thing.
put him in that
Even if you
position?
trust somebody financially, doesn't mean they'll make the right decisions with money. You do understand that, right?
Mm.
I get
Just
that
because
part.
I trust you doesn't mean you're always going to have the right answer. You do
Wait,
know that,
you
right?
confused.
but you
I
should have
believe
chose a
you.
man who has that type of
That's what I'm
abilities
I,
saying.
I,
Like,
before
I
him.
know y'all like to say that, but a lot of y'all don't have that. Okay, so we got to stop acting like, again, this is why I say if there were two people making the decisions, y'all wouldn't be saying this, because y'all make it seem as though the only person that's going to make the decision is the man. So it's like, well, you should have picked the man that picks better. No, how about you utilize the second brain that's in the relationship? Like, that makes sense.
Now you have to be wise and discerning in what type of man you choose to lead you,
Yeah, yeah, we
because
go.
where
And you have
who
to
leads
discern
you
what
is where
type
you
of woman
get.
you choose to follow you. We all have to make that choice. I get that, Flav. Like,
Yeah,
I
but that's very crucial though, as a woman, especially being in the position position where if he's leading you, he can lead you to the bottomless pit of hell. So
Right.
you have to be a little bit more, and not trying to put it more on women, but I think you
But
do
wait,
have to
that's
be
the
a little
reason
bit
why
more.
a lot of women aren't in relationships though, because they are using their discernment and saying this shit is not going to work. That's why a lot of women are single now, because they're doing exactly what you're saying. Well, if that person, you need to be have discernment. Make sure you vetting this person. Make sure you using discernment. That's what's happening. That's why the birth rates are dropping. That's why the younger generation of women don't have fucking kids, because they're vetting the men out and saying no fucking way. That's why I'm saying the change is only going to happen when it comes to y'all, because
And still
the
getting
whole
told that they wrong.
that's what I'm saying.
Even when we right, that's crazy. Even when
Y'all
we
not
can lead
always
you.
right though, Woo, and I think y'all gotta
Listen,
stop
Woo,
scoring from that
woo, don't
perspective.
start that shit, woo,
I
because you come up on this stage and show every day that your ass is not a good leader, you drunkie.
am, cause with your head, you shouldn't be
You
jumping
stop
over
that
here.
shit. You
I
stop that
ain't
cap up
said
on the
nothing
stage,
yet.
woo.
I ain't said nothing yet. Sure. But it's not starting up with me yet. Hey, so what, hold on. What y'all saying? I ain't a good leader.
I don't know you well enough to make that determination.
Okay,
I
okay.
will tell you, you've come up on stages and disrespected me plenty of times in my lifetime. So I will say
Tell your
that you
wife
need to
I'm
have a
sorry.
little bit more self control if you want to be a leader.
Yeah, tell your wife I'm sorry. My bad.
What wife? What? What? I'm confused.
Something is wrong with his ass. I don't even know why you kept going with him. Let Woo be. That's why I just talked shit to him and then I let him be. But no, yeah, I think it's a lot more that come with it in detail because it sounds good when you're talking about it. Going 50-50, oh yeah, we're going 50-50. But in reality, a lot of men are wanting the 50-50 setup, but not doing 50-50 shit. They want to come home and kick it and expect wifey to have everything done after she get off and mad that it's laundry there, all the clothes ain't washed. You upset now. But nigga, you gotta wash and put forth some effort too. You don't get to just work and come home and chill and get a hot plate. That's what you get from a traditional setup.
Right.
Like both
And the number
parties
one
have to
excuse that
help
I
in a
hear,
50-50.
Max, is that well, when the grass got to be cut, or when something breaks. Most of the time, when something breaks, y'all picking up the phone and calling somebody just like me.
In
Okay,
reality,
so
in reality, them women that they like to talk about, grandma, auntie, and how the shit used to go back then, they wasn't paying people to come cut their yard. The whole fam getting out there in the yard.
right,
I
the
was out
kids
there
too.
in the yard. Yeah, like everybody is out there working in the yard. You putting forth effort in your home. Everybody is lazy nowadays. Let's be fucking honest. People don't even want to drive down the street and get them some fucking food. You're door dashing it, and it's 2 minutes from your crib. Motherfuckers is lazy, and that's just what it is.
Oh, y'all want to go deep? Hey, guess what? Now I got something. You started it. So let's say now, Granny and Grandpa, he done built up the land, and then all of a sudden, the woman, she gets the chance to get the deed and all of that. I bet you she go sell it for the money and don't take care of the land like they was doing in the beginning
Actually, Will,
altogether.
if you look back, statistically, it's more likely that your son gonna sell the property than your kids, than your daughter. Okay, so a lot of times the wives, when their husband die, they stay in that same house till they die too. It's the kids who
Hmm.
usually end up selling the house. It's not usually the wife. Okay,
Shit, the
so
kids be trying to coach mama
oftentimes,
to sell the house before it's
oftentimes
even
that
time
house
to do
don't get
so.
sold till
So
mom
it
and dad
really
have
would
passed
be
on.
the girls. Then the girls will really do it though,
No,
not
it's
the
usually
boys.
both children.
No,
Here's
it's
a
the
see,
men.
Woo. That's not. That's why a lot of y'all.
Because in
That's not how
reality,
it
y'all
works,
sons
right?
don't come up wanting to do the same thing y'all did.
Right.
Man,
Again, your sons are lazy. They don't want to work in the field. They don't want to dig holes and use shovels. Nigga, they want to sit up, get mini petties and pedicures, and they want bitches to propose to them. They want all this sensitive, soft shit. They're not y'all.
And
man.
Woo,
Stop trying to
it's
act
how
like they
transference
y'all.
of property works. If your parents die and leave the house to you and your brother, if your
Mhm.
brother don't want to sell the house and you do, guess what? You're not selling the house. If you
Right.
want to keep the house, here's the thing: you can only sell a house if both kids sign off on it. That's how transfers of property works, unless they only gave the property to one kid. So oftentimes it's both of the kids that want to sell that fucking house because they usually done moved on, have their own families, have their own lives, and don't want to maintain the property. That's often what time happens, and they call me.
No, that's
That's
a
usually what
fact.
happens.
And
So mom ain't
Mhm.
selling your daddy house. It's your kids selling your daddy house. Like that's what it is.
Daniel, can I supplement what you were saying? So I talked to a OG in California over here where I'm at and in Compton. He's like, dude, I put in my will. My grandkids can live in the house. My kids can live in the house. but they are not allowed to sell it.
Facts,
I have two
facts.
properties. I have two properties. They are not allowed to sell it. They can live there. They can have whatever they can live there, but they are not allowed to sell it. And this is the dad. He's like, dude, when I'm gone, they are not allowed to sell it. I'm like, whoa, that's crazy.
That's
Yeah,
That's a legacy.
but that's
I'm
what
like,
smart people
and I
do.
get it. I get it
Smart
though,
people that
because
actually
why would I
plan.
work my ass off? Why would I bust my ass to leave you something as my child? Like work my whole life to leave you something, and the first thing you do is come up off of it. It's almost fucking disrespectful for real.
That's why a lot of
And
rich
that's
people
why
are not leaving their wealth to
there's
their
people
children
that
in today's.
plan, but here's the thing: there's people that plan, and there's people that really plan. Most people don't get past making sure their kids get the house, especially black people. A lot of black people, unfortunately, don't even have a fucking will, which is
That's because
problematic.
they wasn't taught,
Which is really
Daniel.
problematic, right? So a lot of times these people haven't thought far enough in the future to make sure that that house don't get sold. To make a trust that says you can't sell my house for 999 years. Okay? By the time it gets to that 999th year, hey, you can't necessarily say what's going to happen to it, but most of the time when it's been in the family that long, shit's not going to get sold and it's going to appreciate in value tremendously, right? So, and people who have those type of properties also put things in place those properties going to get maintained, whether the kids do it or fucking not, right? People that plan that far ahead make sure those things happen, but a lot of people don't plan. And then like somebody said in the chat, most wealth is lost within 2 to 3 generations because the kids don't want to maintain things or people want to sell shit. That's what happens when people fall on hard times. The first thing they're gonna do is sell grandma house for real.
What I'm saying. That's exactly what I'm saying. Like, okay, let's just say she was waiting on. Now we go break that up. She was waiting on y'all to get to a certain age, but okay, she passed away. She couldn't say it right then because you was too young. You know what I'm talking about? Because that's the only thing I could just look at. Oh, exactly. It's either you was too young to either even get into that conversation that she was gonna have or he was gonna have with y'all, they was gonna have with you, and they passed away. So you don't know what's going on, but the government do. That's the crazy part. You know what I'm talking about? They know what's going on, but you never did. But now, when you get to a certain age, let's say like right now, you find out your ancestors did have this land and this and that and the third. Now, what you go do to get it back? Because they got to give it back one way or the other. Because it was yours from the beginning, even if your name ain't on that. That's your grandparents, great grandparents, so on. You know what I'm talking about?
I mean, that's a title issue. It's a title issue. That's you just go to a title company, whoever's trying to sell the house, and go to get that taken care of. But here's the thing about stuff like that. Like it sounds good. Oh shit! One of my clients calling me, y'all.
I actually want to step in really quick for Danielle. So she said something that I don't think a lot of black people understand is that she's talking about a lot of black people don't have wills. And that's absolutely true, which is why, like, I don't know about you guys in your neck of the woods, but out here, which is why we see a lot of families, even Hispanics, are in the streets doing car washes and talking about, hey, free, car wash for so and so, because they didn't, the person that died didn't do their due diligence to leave a will. Because with the will and life insurance is actually very important. That actually mitigates the cost of burying your ass. You know what I'm saying? But a lot of motherfuckers don't believe in life insurance because they think they're gonna live forever. You know what I'm saying? For myself, I have life insurance because of the fact that even though I don't have kids, I don't have this, I'm gonna leave certain monies to certain entities that are gonna take care of my affairs. So my burial is not gonna be a burden because a burial could cost anywhere from 10,000 to shit
Mm-hmm.
60,000. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Motherfuckers want to have
I got a
doves and
question.
horses. All right, yes, ma'am. I was gonna land, sis, but okay.
I'm here, bro. Keep landing.
Now, I just got a question. Don't attack me. But I don't understand, why do people want to give tens of thousands of dollars for burial and funeral anyway? Isn't that kind of like a waste? Wait a minute now, let me ask this. Isn't that a waste of money? Because when the person is dead, they're not getting anything out of that. So why not just not have a funeral, get cremated, and have that money for your family? That's
No, no,
all a
no,
waste of money.
no, no. That's a good question. Can I answer it from the Islamic
You know what I'm
standpoint?
saying? Like, I don't
No,
get it. Why
no, no,
black
no.
people spend so much
I
money
want
with that?
No, no. I want to give everybody. I'm sorry. I don't want to give, but I want to say before anybody else responds, from the Islamic standpoint, I'm a Muslim, and so for us, burial is important because we're not supposed to be cremated because in accordance to Islam, uh, God is going to resurrect us from body and soul. And so, while I don't know if you've seen the Islamic burial or what we call the ghusl in Arabic. It's basically a funeral where the body is washed, same way as Jesus was washed when he died on a crucifixion, according to Christianity. And so, with that being said, you get wrapped in a shroud and you get placed in a ground. Why does that happen? Well, according to Islam, it's basically because God is going to put our souls in our body and we're going to be resurrected along with our body. Now, of course, you can ask the question, well, what about 5,000 years when your body is like decomposing this and that? Well, that's not hard for God, especially if he made Jesus, as far as immaculate conception. But what I'm saying is that for Muslims, when it comes to a person dying, you immediately get buried in the ground. Now, I don't know about anybody else. I just want to answer that. I'll land.
Hey, bro, hey, you right though. I never understood that either though.
You
Right,
never
so
understood what?
I'm gonna show you something. I'm gonna show you something, right? I got you, sis. I'm with both of y'all on this. I never understood why they say cremate and then why they got us paying so much money for burial when I could just say, okay, just sign the body over here and we could just, you know, clean it, whatever. We ain't got to do all that bombing and fluid. Just go get you some land, bury them for 6 feet deep, and that's it.
You gotta
Warz, you gotta think
understand. Y'all
about
gotta.
you gotta think about what comes with just burying your people in your yard. They not finna just tell you bury your people in your yard. Don't come pay me all that money because it's stuff that come with that. You no longer have to pay taxes on your land if you bury your
Y'all
people in
gotta
your backyard.
understand. Once the body goes, the soul comes out immediately. Have y'all
Mhm.
ever dealt with somebody that was getting ready to pass away, and you're standing around and you guys are waiting, and then somebody think about opening up the window, or that certain family member come? Y'all gotta understand, that's just a body. The soul leaves immediately and already resurrects to heaven or hell. Y'all want to sit up there and y'all want to pay tens and twenties of thousands of dollars when the soul been gone long time ago. I'm leaving every penny I got to my children. I told my kids, like my grandmother did, she didn't get buried. We have her ashes. And that's what I want too. I don't want a funeral. Don't come to my funeral. Cause half the people that's gonna want to come and look down on me, they was nowhere to be found when I'm living and breathing now.
Mm.
I don't want a funeral. I want a small gathering after I pass, just with my children only. And I don't want my kids giving no money away. The policy that I'm paying for every month and I'm making sure that's paid, I want my children to be able to have that. I don't want them to have to sit at the table, pick out a casket. That's taking money away from them. I don't want that. But black people do that. And the crazy part about it is half the black people that do it, they throwing fish fries for it. They hustling up money. They doing GoFundMe's just for that money to go right back out the window. They ain't leaving nothing for the kids. They ain't leaving nothing. Black people got their priorities fucked
I
up.
ain't gonna cap. We can't put that one on black people because you gotta remember them bitches when you driving into the cemetery, them bitches that got them big ass buildings where the body in that hole looking out. That's not black people. That's white people. They
Thank you.
spending
But they got the
way more
money to
money.
do it, sis.
I understand that, but that's what I'm saying. You can't get mad at black people for spending bullshit when these white people, these Indians, these Asians, they're paying way more.
No, 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 no. The thing is, we never knew that. Like, why the hell is we putting our people in their cemeteries when we could have our own?
We
But
are for shit
sister,
show.
I'm gonna push you back. Actually, my grandma could have been buried and all of that. Her pastor, which is my pastor, I was born in that church. She owned a funeral home and a grave site called 12 Gates Memorial. She begged and was like, I already got the dirt. She was like, we already got the dirt for Jesse to be put in there. But my grandma just didn't want that. She wanted to be cremated. That would have been free of charge.
And that's cool, but you
You
gotta
know what I'm
respect
saying? And that's a
the
black
wishes of
pastor
the
too.
deceased.
My
You gotta
mother
respect
said
the
that
wishes of
But
the
you
we
gotta
deceased.
understand a lot of these white people, they got cemeteries. They own cemeteries. So a lot of that shit be free for them too. It be a
and it's
tax
on our
write-off.
land. And it's on our land, America's soil.
Yeah, so you got to
Mm.
understand, even the same way that the pastor offered to bury my grandma casket free, everything, they got that same shit too. And my grandma was a baller, and the pastor is too, still to this day. My grandmother owned houses. She had houses. My grandma had a house that was given to me that was sold because I didn't want to do nothing with it because I got my own house that I bought. So I hear what y'all saying. A lot of
Fleming?
people don't,
Nah,
huh?
leave
No,
them
because we
grave.
were just telling Fleming that when he was making the comment about no, that was Woo. Never mind, Fleming. That was
No,
Woo
I heard
saying the
that. I
land
was sitting
selling and
back and
shit.
I
Yeah.
heard that. Like I heard that, but I didn't want to be bothered with my grandma's house. It was an old house. The house was there since I was a baby. She had
Nah,
owned
big
it,
deal.
and I didn't want to spend more money fixing it up and paying on the mortgage
But
and the
you bought
tax
the
on
house.
it. So it was just better to get rid of it. And
Hold on, who
I
that talking?
got that money. So at the end of the day, everybody's gonna do what they want to do
Hey,
with
but let me.
when that person passes away. You don't have to put money
I'm
into a house.
sorry.
Big Daddy himself. I'm telling you, I'm just telling you the truth, little
I
sis.
sold the
I'm
shit out of that house because it was a lot
telling
of work that
you,
had
the
needed to
same
be
house.
done on that house. And
I
nobody
took
wanted to
the
live in
land.
there. The grandkids, the kids, nobody wanted to be bothered with it. So we sold it. We split the money four ways with everybody. And she didn't care. She wasn't here. She didn't care what we did with it. She left it to us.
Mm.
So, you know.
Hey, Nuno, I
I,
just want to say my condolences to your G moms. You know, may Allah Subhanahu wa Taala bless your family, man, with abundance of wealth. You know, in this life and the afterlife. I don't want to speak in Arabic, but you know, I just want to tell you
I
that.
appreciate that because my grandmother raised me. She was all I had. That was my everything because my dad had preceded her in 98 from colon cancer.
tell y'all what
So
though.
she raised me and my brother. You know what I'm saying? So that was our house. That was me and his house. So when she passed away, her son couldn't even really have nothing to say because she adopted us. But we
Mm.
sold it, we split it up, and everybody went their way. Plus, I had already had my house anyway. I had already had a house. So, with my kids and my family that I was raising my family in. So, all of that is gone now. And as we sold it, they done turned it into something else now. But I just say it to say I want to be gone the same way she did. I cremate me. I don't want to be put in the dirt because my soul is already gonna resurrect up to heaven or hell, whichever one.
We're not gonna say whichever one. We as Muslims, we always want to say you want to be next to God, right?
Oh, see, I'm closer. See, I'm closer on the Christianity side when it comes to that.
Well, I
So
mean, it's the same thing. You know, you
it's
want to be,
no,
yeah.
because like
We
according to that,
talk to
like
the
what
Muslims
I've
and
learned from reading the Bible,
Christians.
you don't just ascend to heaven or hell. Like your soul is in a meteor waiting for resurrection day for judgment day. So I don't know about that extending right off rip to heaven or hell.
No, no, I'm
But
not
a
saying
lot of people ain't going to heaven. A lot of people are going to hell.
That's a fact. I didn't say where they was
Right. I know
going.
you didn't, and a lot
That's
of
me,
people
you
be
know.
feeling like, oh, I know I'm going to heaven. I'm sitting right next to God. You really don't know.
It's called delusional.
Nobody knows. And the crazy part about it is a lot of people that do repent of their sins, they still going to hell
Because at the end of the day, they still sinned all the way into their last breath. And they probably did ask God for forgiveness, but that might not have been good enough for God.
Tell me about it. Tell me
You
about
know, and a lot of people, they continue
Liza,
to do the same
I'm gonna
shit.
blow
They
stack
continue
and
to
butter
make them
up.
same mistakes. They continue to make them same sins over and over again, especially that homosexuality stuff. You know, that shit
it.
right there is a huge.
It's an
It
abomination.
definitely ain't coming in.
And
Ain't
you
no
can't sit up there
LGBT.
and play that homosexuality shit until your deathbed and then you ask God to forgive you, but you played in that field until your last breath.
It's toxic
And then
dick,
before you
nigga.
took that last breath, you asked God to forgive you, but you never did try to
I
change
used to ask a
before
question
your last
similar
breath.
to that, Nunu, because I was trying to get an understanding of repentance. This is around the time, I'm just coming into it. I'm trying to learn. I'm trying to get an understanding. So I asked my mom and dad, who were like, my dad's a reverend, he's ordained and all of that. So I'm like, okay. So say I want to be atheist. I don't want to believe in God my whole fucking life. I'm telling people he not real, all this shit. But then I get on my deathbed and I instantly say, I repent. I'm sorry. I believe in you. And I give myself to God. Does that send me to heaven? And both of my parents was like, no, because
I just
you're
said that.
saying, yeah, like you're saying it now, but you ain't putting in no work, no efforts, no nothing to show God that you were actually trying to work towards something. So hey,
And look, the crazy
So
part
Mac,
about it,
I
he
wanna
gonna
I wanna
laugh
share
at you.
something.
But then
He
I
gonna
again,
wanna
we
laugh at
still don't know though. Nobody's gonna know until that last, until your soul
well, what
resurrect up and you go.
you.
And
You
what
ask
what
then
him and
you
tell
know
you
when
what
you
to
gonna
do.
go because you gonna rejoice and see everybody that was gone before you and passing that made it to heaven. I know my grandma's in heaven. I know my daddy's in heaven. So I'm gonna be able to rejoice and see them again. But at the end of the day, if you don't see them or the people you know for sure went, then you know where you went. You burnt. You're gonna burn in hell for the rest of your life. And it's a lot of people on this earth, like that guy that killed his 8 kids. That guy that just killed his 8 kids. Where was that?
You
Over
he's
think
in
he got
fried.
judges? You
Louisiana,
think he got
Shreveport.
Oh
judges?
yeah, you know where he went.
He's
You
fried.
know
And he killed
exactly where he
himself.
Hey,
went.
So
oh, he ended up
it's
killing
yeah.
himself.
Yeah, he killed himself. He out
Let
of
me
there.
Shit,
let
so
me
he
say
did
this
that
right.
physical ride
If
move.
y'all let me say this, but if y'all really read the Bible, right, it says the only thing God don't forgive you for itself is suicide. Beyond suicide, they said you have an opportunity to repent. Now I don't know if the Bible didn't change since the last time I read it, but the last time I checked, it said the only thing that you cannot be forgiven for is
It's
suicide.
See,
Because you
wait,
cannot
because
ask for forgiveness in suicide. Anything else,
wait, strong. I
you
thought
can.
it was. I thought because homosexuality is supposed to be an abomination. That's the one thing that he doesn't
Hey,
forgive.
but listen, let me say this about
it's
that,
in
right?
Revelation. Only
Who
thing
lead
you do is go
who?
to Revelation 21 and it's gonna show you all who ain't coming in. It's gonna tell you. Just go look at Revelation 21, verse 7 and 8, and verse 27. Nothing evil, not even a liar, will be able to enter into the kingdom of Israel, heaven. You know what I'm saying? What father, pay attention to this. What father do you think will allow his children to be mixed up with some more children that do some dumbass shit, don't care, don't think, don't listen? Pay attention to that though. Do you think I'm allowed one of my sons to be connected to the other one, even though they brothers? But I know this little motherfucker, he dangerous. But this one, he cool. The dangerous one always fucking with the one who cool. Why do you think I'm gonna separate the dangerous one versus the one who cool, who do exactly what I tell him, versus the one who hard, he always gotta whoop his ass?
You know the
I'm gonna
crazy
choose the one
thing
who
though.
do good.
so
You know the
so so
crazy thing though, Woo? Is
You
go
this.
ahead,
feel me?
strong man.
All the
My bad.
motherfuckers,
Can I go after
even
you,
when not
strong?
coming in
I
my
like
house.
this room or whatever. I think I'm already a member of this Junior Wars. Everybody here are really nice people and I'm thankful to be here with you
No,
guys right
no,
now.
But look,
don't let this table right now fool you, Nunu.
nah,
If you're gonna
listen,
come
this ain't
in and
this
get
ain't
turned
that.
the
We get
fuck up,
we get
Nunu.
Oh
we
Hey,
get
but look,
Lord,
let
don't
me
Yeah,
tell me
this
let,
ain't
that.
that, Nunu.
let me say this before we move the goalpost, right?
Check this out.
A lot of y'all saying that, right? But who lead most of the choirs in the black church?
The pedophiles and the gays
And
and
that's
the,
why
all of
I
that.
haven't
You
been
right,
back.
strong.
I'm gonna leave it right there.
Leave
I'm
it
gonna leave it
there.
right
Leave
there.
it there. But I'm
But
gonna
see,
tell you, a
but see,
lot of
this the
people.
crazy thing. Let me say this
Oh,
right quick, and I'm gonna
strong.
let you have it. Let me say this, and I'm gonna leave it right here. Judge ye not, right? But the thing about it, most folks who go into church, most of these folks who go into church every Sunday, most of these preachers who you see preaching, they ain't going to heaven because it say goddamn, it say a lot of the, if I read the Bible correctly, I can't quote you no verse just off the top of my head because I've been up too long. But it says something about those who are in the church will find themselves in hell quicker than the ones who didn't go to church. And I know I'm misquoting it, but it's in there.
Strong. You won't wake it up on a Monday.
Well, can I respond? Actually, I want to give a Muslim response to that. And so Nunu, what you were saying about homosexuality and things like that. So from the Muslim paradigm, we believe that God will, as far as Judgment Day is concerned, we believe that God will reveal everything that when He calls you and it's your time, He will reveal everything that you've done on planet Earth, every thought that you've thought, every word that you said, every act that you've done. You're gonna get called for that. And I'm pretty sure there's something in the Bible that says that if you forgive someone, if you give your neighbor, God will forgive you. Similarly, in Islam, the Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, actually said, like, well, in a hadith, if if God knows that you conceal a sin of your brother, God will conceal the sin of what you've done. With that being said, you're gonna have a private conversation with God, and God's gonna be like, hey man, um, Nunu, you said this on Clubhouse, and you thought this for this amount of years. So how should I address that? You know what I'm saying? And this is the aspect that I think of, and so whether a person is gay or transsexual, that's not of concern of mine. Most of the things I'm concerned about is my own soul, and I think for my Christian brothers, I would say the same thing for you because you have to you have to believe that even though it's according to the Bible in Christian doctrine that you condemn this. This is not the word of God. This is not what God wants. But also I would encourage my Christian brothers would say like, of all the sins that you've done in this life, do you honestly think that it's something that God will forgive? And I constantly challenge myself this. Even as a person that I believe that I get called good all the time. And Jesus, peace be upon him, even in the Bible himself said, someone said, good rabbi. And he said, the only one that's good is God. And I take that principle, that biblical principle, as a Muslim, and I take that within myself and I say, the only one that's good is Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Allah meaning God in Arabic, of course. But
All right, I got something for you, brother.
I'm just
Stay
saying.
right there. Stay right. Do you know in the book of John, first chapter, first verse? Do you know what it says? You familiar with it?
John, man, the only thing I know is
I'm,
3:16, man.
I
But
got you. Watch this. It say, in the beginning was the Word, and the Word was with God, and the Word was God. I don't see that in y'all Quran. Ooh, the Word was God.
Hey, it's in
It
that.
just
It just,
be good.
the thing is, boo. It just the Bible and the Holy Quran. They kind of. What's the word I'm looking for? What's the word I'm looking for? Help me out. Help me out. Don.
you're talking about it's comparable. It's
Yeah,
comparable.
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
similar, similar.
So it's gonna be in that. It's just gonna be worded different. That's the
Yeah,
only thing.
y'all took what belongs to us and twisted it in y'all ways. That's
Man,
religion.
hold on. Let me help you out when I'm that. I'm sorry to tell you, but I'm sorry to tell you, my brother, but Islam been around way longer than Christianity. Christianity is one of the newest faiths.
No,
So,
strong. Actually, Christianity has been
That's from
longer
what I
than
read
Islam.
that
Doctor Ben.
Christianity
Well,
was a white man's religion. It was used as a tool
So
to
wait a minute,
control
I
the
got a
people.
question for y'all.
uh,
white
white
Are
man.
men secretly envious of their woman brought y'all to talking about the Bible and religion?
like we just
We
Well,
did.
just moved the goalpost a little
that's a
bit,
good
sister. But
question.
if
I
you
don't know.
have
I
an
don't know
answer
how
to the
that happened,
title,
but
sister, go ahead and answer to it. We
I
can switch
answer
it
it though
back.
right quick because I didn't answer it. I think any man that's envious of his girl is feminine, straight up.
and he might need to go check his panties at the door.
Oh fuck!
It's about
And
to
that's
get
real.
good.
I should
He
have
need
left
to
you
go
talking
check his
about
panties at the
religion.
door. And I mean that from the bottom of my heart. Any man that is jealous of his girl need to go check his panties at the door. Straight up. Because as a man, ain't no fucking way you should be jealous of no woman. For what? You can't birth no goddamn kids.
But
You
you
can
can
do a
hear
few
in
things, but you
some
can't.
men's voices that they do be envious of women, and I don't even know why. I've heard a lot of men say, well, oh, they approved you for Medicaid, and I can't even get nothing. So even them little things
But
right
what?
there
But
is
let's.
kind of like
But
weird too,
look though,
because
Nunu.
I'm just
I
saying, I've
let me
heard
say
people,
this
I've
right.
just sat in rooms with couples arguing, oh, you got a food stamps and I ain't even got none on
Let
some
me say this
government
right.
weird ass assistance type shit. And it's like, are you for real? She wouldn't even have to get the food
Yeah, that's
stamps if
mad
your
weird.
punk ass would go to work and you would work and have a good income that's coming in to
Let
provide
me
for
say
her
this.
where she wouldn't have to depend on the government. Come
I
on
done
now,
heard
wake it up. Am I right
listen.
or am I wrong, ladies?
I done heard niggas on here talking about getting food stamps, right? And as a man, even when we had kids, when I was a kid, the first thing my father told me, a man shouldn't depend on the government for a damn thing. Ain't no fucking way.
My
I
parents ain't
was
want no female or male depending on the
on no
government.
damn food
The
stamps. Hell
fuck?
no. Your
Section
ass better
8.
get it out the mud.
I go
I ain't
tell
gonna.
my
Hey,
mama, Mama, I want to get on
hold on. I ain't
Section
gonna lie.
8.
I ain't gonna knock the little Section 8 shit. If
She
y'all
gon'
need
nah, my mama would have
go
went
get the
in on me.
Section 8 if you want that shit.
You
Because
can't knock you can't knock food stamps, but then be okay
no,
with Section
because
8.
I'm gonna tell you why. The only difference between food stamps and Section 8 is this here. And this the one thing I had to learn about it. Now I wouldn't put now one of my houses on Section 8 because I hate Section 8 to that extent. But the one thing I don't know how they do it in y'all cities, but most folks who get Section 8 down here still gotta pay some rent. It just covers some of your rent.
It's
So
cheap as fuck.
if it's gonna cover some of your rent so that you can get you a better housing situation, you know what I mean?
Out here in Houston, strong,
I ain't gonna knock you on that.
you get on
Because
that,
these folks-
you
go
get
ahead.
on that housing shit, you liable to be paying $25 in rent. But it's gonna depend on where the fuck you trying to stay at. You wanna be in the hood where niggas dying every
Listen,
day?
but see, Section 8 down here ain't like that.
Yeah,
You
like
you may
it's fucking
listen,
ridiculous.
you may have Section 8 out here and be staying in the birds in a nice
But
ass 5, 6 bedroom
but I
house.
think where
It's
the
nice
problem be
shit.
coming in there, right? Where motherfuckers be on Section 8, they getting help and all that shit with they rent and shit. And then a motherfucker that's trying to get it out the mud, they putting their nose down on them.
But
They
see, this
talking
my
shit about
thing.
them.
But this my thing, right? I ain't gonna listen. To me, I know motherfuckers who stayed in the projects had to pay real rent. They had what's called a rent cap or something like that where they pay real rent. They just couldn't afford a bigger house, so they had to go stay in the projects, right?
They went from a job. That's
Okay.
what it was. They was comfortable. They
I
had a
knew motherfuckers who had Section 8 who had nice houses, right? To me, if you gotta go over there to come up, that's one thing, right? I'm not a fan of the goddamn food stamp situation, but I buy them from somebody else, but I don't want them.
family.
I don't want no Section 8. But if it's gonna help you and your significant other, you and your kids have a place to stay instead of go get that shit. Because you still I don't know
But
about y'all cities, but here they still gotta pay rent.
did you peep the
Yeah.
numbers? Did you peep the numbers when Trump came in office and he started handling the Section 8 stuff? Did you peep the numbers?
What happened? They went down or something?
Nah, the majority of people that's on Section 8 is people that don't need it.
Yeah.
They don't need the shit. So the people
So
that do need the shit is on waiting lists, sitting there fucking struggling, living on streets and shit.
but get
Why
what
you
that
comfortable?
you know what that mean then? That mean that y'all city councilmen and legislators not doing their fucking jobs.
Huh. And it's
That's
all
all that mean. They ain't doing their fucking jobs. Y'all gotta get them y'all putting them motherfuckers. That's why I tell people, I don't give a fuck if you vote nationally. Please vote locally. Because
Hmm.
locally, them motherfuckers, you can go sit down with them quicker. Them the ones who you can talk shit to for real. Straight up. Go talk your shit to them folks who got they ain't got your vote, who came around there and brought your ass a fan in the damn what's that other shit? In the smoke detector when they wanted your vote. Go sit down with them when you need them. Because if they allowing folks to goddamn get it who really don't need it, that mean they ain't doing their fucking job the right way. Because
Hmm.
at the end of the day, if you need Section 8 to go have somewhere for you and your kids to stay or something, get that shit. Do I? Am I?
Now you
I ain't
right,
a
but
fan of
they
food
just
stamps,
get
but if you
stuck in
need them,
their
go
ways,
get
right?
them. And if you want to bring them to me, I'll buy some from you. Straight
Yeah.
up. And it's recorded when I said it. But
I said it all
I'm
the
being
time.
honest. I
I said
support
it
the shit
before
if they
you.
gonna give it to you. And you need to sell them. Hell, I'll make sure you pay your light bill.
Hit
Bring me
me
some of
in
them
the back
stuff.
channel. Yeah, yeah, boy. See, that's the crazy part. The women that got too comfortable. Even though it was family and all that up in there, even before you
I
didn't
just
have
don't
any family,
respect a
they just
man
got
getting
too
food
comfortable.
stamps, but go ahead.
Yeah, they just got too comfortable, you know what I'm saying? Now it's fights in the project. It ain't even a project, it's the housing
You
area.
got too comfortable,
I
man.
actually don't even feel
Yeah.
like nothing is wrong with Section 8. Do y'all know how many white people invest in Section 8 shit to
We
pay
don't
off
care
they
about
wait a
that.
minute, let me finish. To pay off they mortgages from houses that they done used to get from their credit. I got two white friends right now that just purchased two houses literally over here where I just purchased my house at.
And they
And
was
I
gonna
gotta
pay
wait a
it.
minute and I gotta work and get my shit out the fucking mud and pay my fucking mortgage and my taxes on
No, if
my
you think
Nah,
I'm
houses
lying,
when
go
I'm
look
paying
up who
off.
is the majority that's on that shit.
Hold on,
It's not even black people.
wait.
It's
You
more white
own
So
it.
go
folks
look
on
it up.
Section 8, and
Listen,
that's
it ain't even
convicting.
listen,
absolutely
y'all.
right.
It
I
ain't
mean,
even listen to what I'm saying. It ain't about being on it. What it's about is going to purchase homes and put needy families in them motherfucking houses and getting the Section 8 people to pay off y'all shit. Y'all small-minded about the shit when the white people are out here actually building communities off of that shit. Y'all tripping, man.
and let me tell you why I don't like Section 8. For real, and I told people this before. I had a house that I was renting to a young lady. Hell, I don't like young folks in my shit. I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? I'm prejudiced when it come down to my shit. Your ass has got to at least be goddamn 40
Y'all not
above.
seeing what I'm saying. Y'all missing
But
it. The
no,
white
no, I
people
get it.
are
Hold up,
owning
hold up.
houses and using Section 8 to pay
Let me
that
say
shit
this. I
off.
get that. I
Y'all
get
talking
that.
about being on that shit
No, listen
when
to me.
Section 8 is paying people's money off
I get
and
what
they
you
are
saying.
having communities full of this shit. Like they
No,
own in
listen.
communities with Section 8 paying the rent on it. Y'all
But
talking
they
about
ain't
staying on it.
No,
Y'all
staying,
you
tripping.
hollering, but
That's the
you
they
thing.
speaking and
staying
you
on it
not
for a
hearing.
year
That's
Let
because
too.
me
y'all
let
not
me say this.
understanding what I'm saying. Y'all talking about
I
Section 8
do
being in y'all
understand.
business.
No,
How about
They
you
got
go
shit.
buy a house? How about you go buy
I
two
got
or three
several houses,
houses?
new.
Listen, listen. How about you go buy two or three more houses on top of that?
No,
Go, go,
no.
go put your houses on the Section 8 program and get a needy family of two or three of them, put them up in that house and pay your mortgages off on your houses. Cause that's what white people are doing. They eat big off that shit.
Let me
You and your
tell you
friends
what.
ain't
I'm
gonna
gonna
pay
tell you
that
my
shit.
personal experience on that shit.
Shit.
I had rented one of my houses to a young lady. You know what I'm saying? She was on the
Mhm.
look. Didn't nobody really want to rent to her, right? So I rented to her. And then her little goddamn boyfriend was trapping out of my house. Took me damn near a year to get my house back
Man, you know what
from under
motherfuckers be doing
investigation and so on and
strong.
so forth, right? So
No.
guess what? I would
Juke joint
never,
for them.
ever, because I don't like to babysit motherfuckers. If I rent you some shit, I don't want to babysit you while you rent my
They
shit.
say
I
strong
just
to
want
make
your
that little
money.
nigga fuck her up, huh?
I
Section
don't
8
want
and
to.
paid my
I don't
shit
want to
off, but
babysit.
now it's time for you to move out. I walk in and do an inspection on my
And now I
kids.
gotta
Hole
clean.
over
I gotta
here,
get my shit
hole
fixed
over
back
here.
up.
The
No,
blinds
no,
broke. I gotta build
yeah,
this bitch back up. Man, y'all tripping, bro.
no. And the thing
Mm-hmm.
about it, right? I done heard folks say, "Well, put one of your family members in there." When you put family members in
Yes,
our
they right.
They
community,
take
They
in our
doing
houses,
advantage.
that.
they take advantage of it.
Yeah.
So my thing is, I know what it is to have a goddamn house damn near trying to be when the government damn near trying to seize your shit. I know what that shit feel like. You still gotta pay mortgage, even though it's under goddamn investigation, and you can't put nobody else in the motherfucker, and they ain't gonna pay to get your shit fixed. When they come kick your door in, you gotta get that shit fixed. The government ain't paying you for that shit. They ain't paying you for that shit at all. So to me, I
Hey,
don't
bro.
knock nobody who want to put their shit on Section 8, but for me and mine, nigga, give me my cash. Straight up. I'd rather go down to the courthouse if I have to, if I can't do it online, depending on what goddamn area I'm in, because every county don't let you do the shit online. All right. So some counties let you do it online, some counties make you come to the courthouse to file an eviction. I'd rather go file a goddamn eviction than to let the motherfucker seize my house or try to seize my house because the motherfucker was trapping in my shit. Because most motherfuckers who paying rent ain't letting a motherfucker trapping your shit. They ain't playing with trapping in that shit. That you paying goddamn over 15, 16, 2,000 some dollars a month. Your ass ain't playing with that shit to goddamn let the shit get busted. I don't know no dummies like that. And I know a lot of street
Strong, you know, I
niggas.
got my cleaning business. I hate coming to my fucking Airbnb after 5 or 6 young motherfuckers done been up in here. You cleaning up throw up. You cleaning up all types of shit. They done broke the bed. They done all types of shit. These young people don't take care of shit, bro. I'll be
So
a
why,
damn fool to want to put a bunch of young people in my shit.
especially a young woman. Mm,
A bunch of niggas in and out, bitches in and out, parties every fucking night, the
I
neighbors
won't do it,
complaining
man.
and shit. It's a lot more shit that come with that shit than it sound. It
You see,
sound easy. Hell no.
it's easy, but it's gonna be fucked up at the end of the time frame. And that's the part that we talking about. If we try to get a community and we building up on that community, why is you bringing and letting friends come over, fucking up what you really supposed to have going on? It's really your fault, not theirs. It's your fault. You can't get mad and get mad. You can't get mad at the people who allowed you to come on the land and build with them. Then you bring in your friends, family, and knowing that that's how your family and friends is cuckoo crazy. For what reason? We don't know. But now they on this land. We been allowed to come through, but now we start to see the sneaky bullshit, the I don't give a fuck attitude. Now here comes some altercation, verbal or physical. Now is yeah, you got to go, little man. You got to go. Get you, your kids, get the fuck on. Now the house for to get towed
It don't
because
work
she
like
got a
that. It
30 day
don't work the
month.
way you describing the hell. Nah, it don't work like
You
that.
just made it sound real easy to kick
It
somebody
don't
out.
work like
Good
that,
fucking
son.
luck,
That's
buddy.
what I
And
said, 30
sometimes you
day
gotta go to
notice.
court 2 and 3 times. That
Good
shit don't work like that, Woo.
luck.
It's
Trust me.
60 days. You gotta go, ma'am. It's 60
That shit
days. You
don't
gotta
work
be
that easy, Woo. Sometimes you gotta go to court 2 times, maybe
Oh,
three
it
If
times
it
is.
was
before you
that
get
damn
that
easy,
eviction.
well, you wouldn't have a thing called squatters. It's not that easy, buddy.
I don't know what we talk about. Wood squatters.
And
Mm,
then you know a lot of times you know when the Section 8 folks moving in your neighborhood anyway. I hate to say it and I hate to sound prejudiced. You can damn near look at the blinds, folks who got blinds up. When you
I
see them
hate
regular
you.
ass blinds,
I fucking
yeah,
hate
Section
you.
8.
yeah,
Section
yeah,
8.
yeah.
When you see them regular blinds, typically, Section 8.
Man, you already know. And the motherfucker, goddamn it, broke one, two, three, skip a few, then it's broke all the way up. Yeah, screen toe out. Yeah, we finna go deep now. Look, oh yeah, how y'all? Oh, fuck it, we niggas.
The whole neighborhood can tell when Section 8 then started coming in. The neighborhood fucking goes downhill. Downhill every time. I hate to talk shit about my people, but our people don't take care of shit. We quick to motherfucking throw shit on the ground, throw shit in the gutters, all types of weird ass shit. Don't take care of our yards, just letting anything go on.
And they say you got two
And then
different
get
types of
mad when
blacks.
motherfuckers don't want you around. Take
And they
care of
say
some
you got
shit.
two different types of blacks in America. You got niggas and you got black folks. You
And
got
that's the
niggas
fact.
who don't give a fuck, and you got black folks who give a fuck. So which one is who? A nigga, male or female, don't give a damn. But black folks,
Whoop is
male or
a
female,
nigga.
don't
A
give a
double nigga.
I'm sorry, y'all. We sounding worse than the white folks talking about it
Yo,
right now.
hey,
We're
yo,
gonna have to
Mac,
go
you want to
back
come
to the
back around
title.
like 7? What's the word?
Yeah, I'm with it. I'm with it. I'm with it.
All right, I'm about to boom this shit. I'm gonna highlight y'all. You heard? Take it real
Kaboom!
down, nigga. Bow, bow, bow.